be live on the internet. Because we are.
Ow.
Yeah. This is how that is sometimes. You know, like, almost on time is on time for me.
Yay, on time.
So, I guess you would think after doing this repeatedly over the course of several weeks, I would get used to this by now, but I haven't. One of these days. Okay. But until that time, I'm going to be keeping an awkward nerd, which seems appropriate because we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. So this is Friday night, which means it's Convergence time, where we do shenanigans with high-level characters, especially with small non-halfling boys who like to never sit still. Last week, I introduced a thing that I'm going to refer to going forward as the Adventure Roadmap, which is a thing that was inspired by Slay the Spire, and how the party will progress through this dangerous Arctic, incredibly magical, sometimes incredibly unmagical area to reach their goal. Every fork has its own narrative, and they can choose to jump between them. And so things will be kind of drastically different as things unfold. So, why doesn't someone tell me what happened last week so we can start? Anyway.
So we started off in the bottom of one of the towers, which is the weird cities that are physically towers, which is really cool. Me
Like
and Martel split off to go and look through the brazier, where I happened to find two maps that I purchased. Martel found a skin and pelt seller that she found some nice materials at, and might go back and sell some that we find if we find any. We went back and met up with Tajira and Lithian, who had been sitting gambling at a table for a while. Waited for our guide. Our guide showed back up. We left through these giant gates into the freezing tundra. We chose the left route of the spire, which took us on a forest adventure, where we came up the hill to where there was a whole bunch of like ice spire kind of things in a weird like crater formation. And in the center was this orb. Martel, being the brave cookie that she was, went forward, found out that it was eternal ice or pure ice. What is it? I can't remember exactly what it was called, but yeah, that happened. She put it into a bag of holding, and we continued on our way. In the next area, we saw from up on the hill top that we were at a whole bunch of small ice elementals that were digging themselves in the snow and burying themselves to try and like lay traps for us. Didn't work out so well for them. We snuck right by them. Climbed up over a ledge. Everybody made it over. No snow drifted down. We didn't get spotted. Made it to the next zone, which we are currently on, which is a giant icy lake that we're going to have to cross that has possibly some lovely tar thingies deep below. We don't know how many. We don't know if it's just one, but all we do know is almost everyone that's seen it has died. And we've decided to try and sneak across, and if it spots us, we deal with it then. I don't know if I've missed anything.
I don't know. Anybody anything else to fill in?
Seemed pretty thorough. I don't remember much of last session. I wasn't doing too great.
Fair enough. Well, I would say that was pretty good. Kyle, you can take another point of inspiration. Well, you get 3 points up to 3, but you also did your homework, so you have 3 points.
Thanks.
In which case, yeah, all very good. And we're right back to where you guys were. So I'm just gonna hop you on over to the thing where I spent some time doing some work recently on what is the largest map I have made yet.
I have to zoom out a lot. Holy smokes. I can only see it at 20%.
Yeah, it's a very large map. And it's a very big lake. One thing I didn't do was arrange the soundtrack for this journey yet. I really wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's fun.
Wow.
All my other campaigns got their own soundtracks arranged. I didn't do it for you guys for some reason. Actually, no. The reason why I didn't do it is because I wasn't streaming with you guys yet. Because apparently that was enough of a reason for me not to do it. I'm sorry. I'm a
I think
terrible
it's just
person.
because you're busy.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna stick with this. This is good and dramatic until things go bad. In which case, I've got something better. I mean, everything is going to go perfectly fine. That being said, I pinged you all where you are on the far southwestish corner of the map on a rise of snow, where around you there is some rocky raised terrain. To the left there is an area where it dips off and is filled with large boulders and mounds of snow. It looks very difficult and treacherous to walk through. And in the middle of the map, of which the greater details you cannot make out from this particular distance, but you can all very plainly see, is an enormous frozen lake where you have been warned by snow that is inhabited by a creature that is looking to harm anything that comes in its way. And with a lucky roll, the handmaiden did happen to know some information about an entity like this, linking it to one of the few lords of the Murk, one Pora, what would more or less be the Murk equivalent to Ratchery. And these entities are sent in places where there is allegedly a secret that Pora doesn't want people to find, and these creatures are responsible for killing and maiming anything that gets nearby to make sure the secret is kept. So, with that in mind, this is where you are. You need to get to the far northern side of this lake. Please discuss how you'd like to go about this.
So, friends, I drew the green line. I think that's possibly the safest. It might not be the most direct, but I think it's the safest. The other path is to the left. What does anyone else think?
Green. Oh, I see the green line.
Yeah, I thought I'd accidentally, when in map making, made a mistake. And I was like, wait, why is there an errant thread somewhere?
That does look like a good route.
It does. Is this what is the height of this cliff here?
The first one's only up 5 feet, and then the more significant, craggly-looking edges are 10.
Okay, so if we went 5 feet up here, we could go up here and not skirt the water at all.
So that's totally valid. My one counter, which isn't a counter because I actually think that is the smartest idea, which is what you just said, is we might have snowfalls. Just be careful. Like we might brush some off because that's how snow works.
Mm-hmm. That at least keeps us from treading on the ice as much as possible.
Yeah, that's valid.
Perfectly clear. I am going to draw your point of exit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me zoom out then, see where you want
Yeah.
have our point of exit. There it is.
Far left corner.
Okay.
So it's
I'm gonna trust
painfully obvious. There you go.
Which really means that the fastest way to do it would be to go directly across the ice to the left. But again, that's the most dangerous and probably the highest risk.
So, CJ, can we actually see these skulls?
No, you cannot.
That's what I thought.
The surface of the lake is covered in frost and snow.
Okay.
So until such a time, if you ever are brazen or brave enough for you to actually cross over the lake, will or if you ever discover what's there.
And what are these cliffs? You say 10 feet?
Yeah, like everything's very uniform. So if there is a point on the map that it uses this line, it's 5 feet. Anything on this map that uses this line, it's 10 feet.
Okay.
Trying to keep it so that way once that's given, you guys know looking at the map, oh well, that's 10 feet up I have to climb, or a 10-foot drop I have to make.
Because there's also the fact that we will have a long rest after this. Actually, they're not guaranteed long rests.
You guys could get a long rest if you end up taking that fort.
Yeah.
Here, let me screen cap and quickly post your progress.
Thank you. But is everyone agreeing with Tim's route and then up and around, or does anyone want to argue to go to the left?
I'm down with up and around. I'm not very sneaky, so the
Yeah.
safest way.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we were a bit more of a sneaky party, I would absolutely recommend going left, possibly even through this like craggy wasteland area here, because it could
possibly help
minimize the amount of time in which we could annoy this tar monster, whereas going the long way around gives it a lot more time to spot us and see what's going on.
Yeah, but it is the safer route.
But it's, yeah, probably safer to go around to the right.
Okay. This is gonna be one of the times I'm like, Martel, I think you might need to lead with your soft feet to like make it so that everyone else knows where to step.
Okay. If that is what people want.
Well, it's just a suggestion. I'm not sure if that'll help or not.
Who feels least? Sorry, who feels that? Blah, blah, blah. Let me try to get my voice back. Who feels like they are not well suited to sneaking?
Me. Have you seen me?
I will follow you.
All right.
And I'm wondering if I could help her.
Well, the help is an action as well as stealth is an action, isn't it?
Yes, technically.
So, Jajira, the one person that actually could do it is me, due to the fact that my bonus action can be to stealth and my action can be to help her. So that is a very good suggestion for one of us to do.
What I was thinking was I could use the help action to let her go first and then follow after.
But you would be unstealth following after. Unless you're going to walk 30 feet without having rolled stealth, or waiting the turn following where Lithian is going to get 80 feet ahead of you and then rolling stealth and moving 30. Like, do you see where we're stuck on the idea?
Yes.
Whereas
However,
Hasvard's suggestion does
mechanical
fix it.
standpoint, yeah, Hasvard's suggestion is great.
Which is
From an
Jajira's
in-game
suggestion.
way, I imagine Hasvard would just be like, well, I'm the more stealthy one. Maybe let me help her.
Yeah.
Either way.
He can dad
But
her
very good
all the way over.
suggestion, Tim.
Yeah, no, it was a great suggestion. Oops.
So yeah, I'll help her, and then that'll be basically our order: Martel, Tajira, Lithian, me, and the handmaiden, I guess, in the middle of them.
The handmaiden will go where she goes, I suspect.
Behind Mart.
How the turntables and that Hasvard is helping Lithian out with this.
About time.
Yeah.
Right? Alright, DM, I'm gonna start moving Martel and I'm gonna roll stealth.
Yeah. So Mart.
Let me know what's going on.
Jira, Lithian, Asvard. Just getting the order. Snow will bring up the rear.
So, initial stealth check, Martel got a 28.
That's very good.
It is
Asvar
very
got a 25.
Does that mean I have advantage? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Hasvard is dadding you into stealthing well.
Walking like near your legs, just pushing them into certain areas.
Mm-hmm. No, you're stepping too much with your toe. You have to go flat.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 19.
nice.
So 21.
23 is pretty good.
But was that your way of telling me you rolled a 23?
No, as Sarah's comment. Mine was a 25.
That's very good. Snow has a 23. Maiden doesn't roll those. Handmaiden rolled a 20. Well, you know, it's a pretty good day when there isn't a stealth check below 20.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yet.
But the thing that's most important in this particular scenario is, are you all moving together as a group, or is it Martel leading and then the group following? Because then the numbers will differ. Because Martel will have her own individual check, and then I'll subtract Martel's number from the total.
Oh, I was thinking it was like as a group that we're sneaking across. Martel's
You did
just leading.
suggest that she would go first and scout, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was what I thought was happening, is that Martel was going first, and then people could be like, oh, okay, Martel made it across this safe-ish path. We will follow in that way.
I like that. That is a good idea.
Well, it didn't hurt her average all that much.
Don't have
Losing
to do
Martel
that.
only dropped her average by 2 points. Average of 22 instead of 24.
So, with that in mind, I'm sure you have been paying attention, CJ, but I'm going to continue moving Martel until you tell me to stop.
Mm-hmm. You're more than free to take twice your full movement. And then in that duration, I will
Alright.
have you stop.
Then Martel gets to here.
Okay. Martel, you get relatively far, moving very fleet of foot. Quiet as quiet can be in this area with the heavy winds and the somewhat inhospitable weather. You
To
don't
show
see
the
anything.
path she took.
Hmm?
Just showing the path she took in pink.
Okay.
Go on.
You don't see anything right away. There's really nothing in this Arctic wasteland that would denote a threat to you. And honestly, you wouldn't even be sure if there was a frozen lake out beyond if it wasn't for the fact that Snow told you there was. Because it is just it's just a field of snow with occasional bumps, very soft bumps of snow, kind of almost tiny little hills spotted throughout. But it is in watching that you notice once you've finally gotten up and you're kind of carefully moving along, keeping an eye on things, you do see, and I'm going to ping so the map moves, all the way over here. There is something, one of the mounds that was partially raised in the snow, it suddenly just deflates. Like if there was something there, it is now no longer, and the snow is now fallen to fill in the space.
Good to know.
Otherwise, that is all.
Also knowing, because of the Handmaiden, that this thing can respond to vibrations, Martel is not going to say anything. Because talking causes vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Knowledge is power.
So,
Group, are you waiting for Martel to go further, or are you following in Martel's wake?
I was thinking we were waiting for her to say that it was safe for gesture. I'm not sure if we agreed on that.
We did not.
You can agree upon something now before we get too deep.
I would think that we'd be moving forward at the same time as she starts moving forward again. We'd stop at the next location and she'd stop up ahead. Or do we want to do it in bing bang and then bing bang? As in like we hit her and then she goes again and then we go to her and then we go again.
I like
if
the
I'm
latter.
understanding,
Bing or
I'm
bang?
understanding you're suggesting that we either let Martel right now get about 120 feet ahead and you guys follow at a 60 feet behind, or Martel goes 60 feet, everybody goes that 60 feet, and then Martel goes again.
Yeah,
Those are the two options you're discussing? Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I was clear.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not very clear.
Bing bam could describe a lot of things to me.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wanted to make sure I had it right. All right. I would personally suggest Martel remain about 60 feet ahead, so the first option, but if people would rather catch up and then Martel go again, and then catch up and Martel go again,
I agree
that's
with that.
fine too.
Sure. First one.
I like the first one.
Alright, then Martel will move another 60 feet. Which I assume means more rolls.
You're correct.
Make them sushi rolls.
24 stealth for Martel.
Okay.
Oops.
When you reach the end of your movement, Martel, again, very gracefully stepping through the snow, making no sound whatsoever, you have another observance off in the distance. This time, here, as one of the mounds deflates.
Because it's happened closer, Martel's just gonna... Well, actually, she knows Hasvard can probably understand her hand signals, so she will, in Thieves' Cant, relate that there are collapsing mounds of snow.
His eyes bulge just slightly.
Yeah,
Nods.
her accent's a little thick, but you'll understand.
I figured, because I know you said that there's like differences between each one, but I figured there's like at least a bit of, common, like, look there sort of a thing that would be understood between us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Nods
not
and says,
it's not a perfect understanding in hand signals going collapsing mounds of snow 2 now. It's just like observe danger in this area.
Yeah.
that I would get those signals once we're 60 feet up, though.
Yeah, so we will be there.
Possibly, yeah. Considering the route Martel took, you would probably have to be a bit higher to see her.
Yeah,
the
we can't.
Martell
We won't be able to yet.
lines on the map layer.
Oh, wait, we'd have to be up there for line of sight.
Yeah.
Oh, are Martell lines not on map layer?
Oh no, I'm putting them on the map layer. You cannot draw on the map
Okay.
layer.
It's like I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, no, I'm
Sorry,
putting them there
used to being the DM.
so I can highlight everything normally.
That makes a lot of sense.
Stay on the lines.
You know what? Since timing is a little weird and kind of fluid, Hazard, just make a perception check for me.
Ah, sure. 11.
You really don't get everything Martell's trying to signal back to you. Again, high winds, lots of snow, visibility isn't great. You just kind of get the gist that, observe, be cautious.
Cool.
It's a lot of the, it's like crackly cell phone reception. You got like every fourth word. Or, every fourth finger, I guess. Whatever.
I won't say anything because, again, we don't want to do that. I guess we'll just keep going.
All right.
All right,
Moving along.
round 3.
Stealth
Moving on.
check.
Roll those. It's a little better. Modified 20 for Martell.
Okay. I'm not enjoying this
12.
steady decline.
Me neither.
And yes, at this juncture, I'll take new stealth rolls from everyone else too, just so we can have them ready for when you guys move forward.
31.
Yes. Ah, 12.
Yep, got that. Lithian.
15.
With advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, with advantage.
Okay.
Snow is a 25. The handmaiden did not roll great. Use another one of those. Also still not great. Throwing one of those. Alright, the dice add up. 22. Okay. Martell, you keep creeping along. And it is at this juncture that your teammates are slowly beginning to crest around that ridge that you've originally passed by. And you can see off in the distance, as you've continued to observe, these mounds that have fallen. But you're beginning to notice now that there are new ones that take form occasionally. And you're beginning to realize that these are constantly moving and taking new positions. The good news is, it does not appear as if they're moving in any particular direction towards the group in a threatening manner.
Okay. Once again, she'll try and relate that as best she can to Hasvard, who kind of seems to be the leader of Group 2.
Well, no, I'm just moving myself 60 so people can move themselves around it.
Alpha Squad. I will just point this out because not everyone is Martell. Dashing, while stealth, makes you easier to detect.
Oh.
Also, how are you dashing if you're both helping Lithian and hiding yourself?
Never mind. I was just taking it at face value when you said we were moving at 60, because you didn't specify that it was a Martell specific thing.
It was a Martell specific thing because Martell was moving alone. And Martell
And
can actually, in
things.
fact, move like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Martell. You don't know what Martell can do.
I know.
It came back
but-
finally. I've been waiting.
It's been so long.
It has been a hot minute.
Okay, well then we get to move 30.
Yes. She wouldn't be a very good scout if she couldn't keep pace ahead.
Yeah, Martell and her stealth dash.
And for reference, Martell, the mounds, you've seen the new ones where they've appeared. I don't know how far zoomed in you are, but they are.
I'm at about 70%.
Okay, so pretty close.
Yeah. Okay, I see your pinging though. There. Cool.
Already.
Bump out to about 60%. I think that's a decent visibility that Martel would have.
For my own sake. Make sure I keep my averages. Okay, I mean, despite those numbers from the last set, the average was still 21.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a 31.
Yeah, it's like
Come
30s.
on.
It's like 30s can bring up really low numbers. It's like it's like the 12 became a 22 if he rolled a 21. Like, you know, it suddenly makes it look not so terrible.
Math.
Man,
Man.
everybody. Martel.
Martel. Stealth check. That is a
Stealth.
D10, not a D20.
Yeah, you definitely want the 20.
They look exactly nothing alike, but I still grabbed it. 25 for Martel.
All right, we went back up.
Yeah.
Please move yourself. And Tajira, if you want to catch up to the group there. Yep. Okay. Nothing seems to have really changed in terms of your movements, Martel. Nothing it seems to have noticed you.
Good.
You have observed. You know what? I've been too generous. Give me a perception check. It's a normal one.
Normal one.
A
Figured.
normal one.
That's a 5.
You know what?
Martel's become distracted.
Yeah, nothing's changed. Snow, yeah, it's full of mounds. Weird. Might be
It's
unsafe.
weird that they're appearing and disappearing, but who cares? Look at how
Yeah.
pretty these snowflakes are.
Not two snowflakes alike. And millions per second. Okay. Group. Moving along. Yes.
Yep.
Gonna need some new stealth checks from you fine folks.
Hey, I got a 16 this time.
29.
Modified 20.
Hate being the bottom of the bunch.
Hey, I would be if it weren't for Hasbard. The other roll was a 4.
I mean, again, despite it all, the average is staying relatively high. It's a 22 this time.
Yay.
Oh, no, hang on. Moving along. Bringing up the rear. Now that y'all have a better perception, a point of perception, I would like perception checks. If you'd be so kind.
18.
Ooh. I got it, 23.
And Lithium.
You good loser?
Why are you calling Lithium a loser? That's not nice.
With my nice +7 in perception, I rolled 9 total.
Nice. Okay. In which case, Tijira and Hasvard, both of you notice off in the distance, now that you're got a slightly better view of of the expanse beyond, you notice in two different locations where you see some of these mounds of snow that just kind of seem like very benign hills. 3 of them drop and flatten, and then slowly over the course of the next like 10-15 seconds, you see them rise up in new positions. You can hear, and here.
Did they move closer to us?
2 of them did, and 1 moved further away. None of which moved towards you in a straight line. They moved in diagonals.
Okay.
At this point, partially because my food is ready, but also because Martel would actually do it. Martel would recognize that she is getting much further ahead of her companions, just because of the natural way she can move, and recognizing this is also probably the furthest from the lake she can be at the moment, and therefore probably the safe spot. She'd stop and wait for her companions to get to about here.
Okay.
Before moving on again.
In which case, while Martel patiently awaits, you guys are going to do a little catch-up. Give me another set of stealth rolls.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a 26.
14.
32.
Yes, with advantage.
It's okay, Lithian. I got 32.
Okay, good. Thanks.
You know, it's funny. I think this might be the highest average out of all the checks so far.
Because
That
we're on
sounds
alert
good.
and scared.
It's a 24. That is the highest so far.
Oh, as an aside, Tizira would try to quietly tell whoever didn't see what was happening.
Nope. As soon as you go to open your mouth, Hasvard's finger is to his mouth, looking at you.
All right. Shrugs.
You get your shin kicked by a goblin.
Yeah, it's a shin kick. You bend over, hand to the mouth, finger to my mouth.
You get a voice in your head.
Very well. I will communicate like this.
Wide-eyed, and then
Yeah,
think
that's
really,
way better.
really hard at you because I don't know if it goes both ways. Could you do this the entire time?
Of course.
Ah! In his head.
The Charlie Brown arg.
And she'll telepathically just tell people.
She's not the smartest sometimes.
You get affirmatives. Well, you still have at least one more set of movement before you're at Martel's waypoint, so one more set of checks, people. Let's keep those numbers high.
25.
15.
Oh, sorry. I was rereading my feature. You can't respond in kind. I'm sorry.
Sad.
I got a 17 in that. Stealth.
This is our lowest one.
Yep, I think this one's
I don't know.
relatively low.
Again, when other people tend to roll low, other people
Not
kind of
including NPCs, I guess.
roll high. Yeah, I've been including them in the average, by the by.
Good.
20.
I figured you were.
That's
I
a
just didn't
22
think about
average.
them.
Yeah, the handmaiden rolled a natural 20 this time, and Snow rolled 27. So yeah, they did very well this time around. So the average is actually not the lowest yet. 21 has been the lowest so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you guys have been
That's a
doing very
really
well.
good
It's like high level D&D, you know?
Who'd have thought?
Where low numbers are like, high 15s for you guys.
Yay. Except for in our trash stat. Yay.
With that attitude.
Okay, Martel sees them moving on, about to where she wants them. She's going to continue. Oh, well that's exciting. It's a nat 20 for a total of 30.
For some reason, you said that's exciting, and I thought you were going to tell me a low number?
I meant exciting for me.
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
Martel makes it there.
Okay.
Guess, do we need another roll?
Yes. And then when you get up to that little 5-foot embankment, there is going to be another check to successfully get down without making any noise.
23.
27.
Don't know what happened to my nice pink color.
This is exciting. Oh, as we're walking, Hasford, you'll hear,
It is not as useful as you might think. It is a very limited distance, and you cannot respond. I had no reason to use it before now.
Spar just like nods and looks at you slightly strangely. Because he can't respond, and I'm so sorry for the situation.
yeah, I should have, well, from what you had said, I'm assuming Tajira could definitely see your frustration.
Yeah. Oh, and we get a move. Nice.
Yep. Given that everyone's going to reach this embankment, we're going to do the dissension rolls all together, because that's just way more interesting. However, you guys will not be carried by your allies in this one. I want individual acrobatics or athletics checks.
I can't help Hasvard.
It's okay. I got a 28. It's all fine. It's fine.
Since I have a climb speed, does that change anything?
I mean, it's not really climbing.
It's climbing down.
It can get, well, I mean, yes and no. It's not like vertical. It's more of a slant, like sliding. But sure,
okay, I
if
see.
you want advantage, you can take some advantage.
No, it was 18. After all that.
21.
Okay. Go with those. All right. Now for the roll that is the most important. Not great.
For us or for you?
Either?
Oh,
It's not very dramatic when nothing's happening. But the suspense is killing. That being said, when you all eventually end down off the other side of the bank,
Oh, no.
all down slightly. Perception check from everybody,
including me.
including you.
15.
That doesn't sound good. I got a 13.
Well, Martel is nothing if not persistent, persistent in her perception. It's another 5.
Oh!
Not a
We're not
pretty
even gonna
snowflake.
see what kills us.
Snowflakes are so beautiful. Look at that one. It's like attached to 3 other ones. Amazing.
21.
Is that a 21?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, Lithian and Hasvard, it was a 15 from you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hasvard and Lithian, you all notice what was the aforementioned tension that was kind of just at least gestured to off in the distance for most of you, which was many of these snow mounds falling and rising off in the distance. You both notice a change in the trend where they are occurring faster, and some of them have trended what is in your general direction. So just the south side of the lake, you've noticed slightly more appearing than before. Lithian, for your 21, it's hard to see, and you really only caught just the edge of it as you were descending the snowbank. But off in the distance, near one of the much larger mounds of snow that you really just think is something buried by snow, you see what looks to be this dark black substance bubbling up from underneath the snow, whereas it was not there before.
And I can't say that.
Yeah, so you see that over here, Liv.
You can say that if you want to say that.
You can try.
I will say.
You can try to whisper.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and whisper to Snow.
Okay.
At least, very least, point out. Do I need to roll stealth, or am I just doing it?
Roll stealth, but you don't have Hasvard's help this time.
Yeah. I need to roll a different die. These have been rolling like shit. Hold on.
Change up.
I rolled in that one. So
Well.
it's 3.
My suggestion wasn't going to matter now that you've rolled in that one, but I was also going to say, may I suggest a charisma-based stealth check, just because charisma is all of the talking things. But it doesn't matter.
I mean, you know what?
Is that one.
I was about to say, yeah, you know what? Sure, that's I love funky checks, but I think that only lowers it. Whereas Lithian's slightly more charismatic than she is dexterous.
Oh no, it's the same.
Oh,
It's the same.
okay. So the number doesn't change then. I do like it though. That's a good funky check. I like that.
Yeah,
We'll do that. We'll do that for voice checks in the future. I dig it. So it's it's not that you shout. It's that there's so much noise. It's hard to communicate well. And when you try to get attention of anyone nearby, it's a little difficult. So you kind of have to make your way over, and without trying to raise your voice any great deal, you get close enough, and you give the best approximate whisper you think you can give.
Oh, good.
However, in doing so, you notice that there are very quickly 3 mounds that vanish and then resurface somewhere very nearby. I will ping all 3 in a moment.
I'm imagining that moment in the Jungle Book where Colonel Haffey is like explaining his plan to his lieutenant, and everybody's like listening real close and can't quite hear what's going on. He's whispering, and all of a sudden he's like, "Company!" and just like yells it. That's what I imagine happened. Lithian's like being really quiet. Everybody's getting in, just hearing her finishes whispering what she needs to whisper, and then she's like, "Now let's move on."
Yeah. And all the winds die down unexpectedly for just a 2-second window.
Yeah.
And Hasvard does a slow turnaround of just what?
And as you all come to the steady realization that not everything is as quiet as it could be, you watch as 3 dark spots in the snow form, and bubbling out like a hot spring of oil, you see these amorphous creatures take shape.
Are they that big?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They're size large. It's not that big.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could have gone for the gargantuan elementals if you would prefer that. Just as an example, they could have been this.
No, large is fine.
Okay, large is fine. I mean I do have large stat block.
Watching my weight, I don't need it supersized. It's just large is a good,
Okay.
comfortable side.
I'm just wondering if they can merge into a super. Yeah.
No.
It's a great question.
Stop.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Right after a commercial break.
No.
Bonus action stealth.
Who was I just talking to? McDonald's, give us money. Anyway.
Yeah, McDonald's, give me money. Right after we roll initiative.
Oh, that was a fun roll.
I'm rolling different dice. I don't like these dice.
So I'll put the thing that I actually
Ooh.
rolled because that's terrible.
I mean,
I'm gonna roll.
I as the DM like it when I roll well. That's nice. That's nice.
Ooh. I as a player don't always.
Oh, but it feels good. It gives me satisfaction. Although I hate it because I'm trying to enter numbers, and whenever someone else does in the initiative order, it's like you wanted to not edit this.
Damn it! I can't roll anything.
All of your dice are betraying you.
All of my dice have betrayed me.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Actually got 8.
Let me change this. Miss.
My experience of playing and from my experience of DMing, it's not necessarily enemies going first that's scary. It's when they're clumped together.
Yeah,
Why
that
can
is
I not?
actually the worst.
There we go.
Damn it. Damn it.
Like, I would love to take the initiative from roll 20. That just isn't true.
I just use roll 20 for my initiative roll. It's so much less of a hassle.
Like, I use it to
I
get my
shouldn't.
thing in there so that I can then write my proper one in.
But you could also just use the roll so you don't have to do the double step. That's what Ben's saying.
I know.
It's the only one that I'd use digital dice for, is the initiative roll.
Or you suck like me and CJ puts a blank one in there for me.
I do that. I do that. And I could do that for everybody if you ask me to.
No, it's easy.
It is not too difficult.
Banish them. Banish them.
I mean, were we opening up with that? I guess that was the idea?
No, I didn't say that.
You actually did. You were saying exactly
You
that.
chanted it.
Yeah, you were chanting it.
There you go. That's better. I have my expectations. I don't know if they're gonna happen or not. Like, there were discussions beforehand.
Yeah. But based off of what the handmaiden knows and what you guys don't, the handmaiden from this position is going to move 30 feet this way, and is going to ready a spell. You're going to see her begin weaving this bright gold magic between her hands, and she's just going to hold on to it. There is like a steady thrum, like someone strung a chord on a musical on a string instrument, and it's just like holding in the air. She's concentrating on this spell. This elemental creature is going to partially charge through the frozen lake at an extreme speed, and it's going to hit the bank, and then it's going to start melting into the snow, leaving a trail of black slime behind it. And it is going to go straight to Lithian because it doesn't know any damn better, and it's going to attempt to swallow her. Lithian, make me, and I get it, haha, a strength saving throw.
Excuse me, swallow?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Consume? Imbibe?
All right, that one's all right. 24.
All right, you're going to succeed. That's more than all right. It is going to fail to swallow you, and it's going to be very sad about that. But that's all it's doing.
Happy
But
to
it's-
disappoint.
Its friend, on the other hand, is going to get to the edge of the lake, and it is going to make a ranged attack against Lithian, where it is quite literally just going to like whip one of its arms in your direction, and it's going to send a cascade of this black Icarus substance towards you.
Gross.
That's not a good number. I have a strong feeling that is not going to hit with a 17? I don't think that hits.
Nope.
All right, Lithian, you definitely dodge out of the way, given the two creatures that are now harrying you. Hazard.
Oh, something moved forward. 5, 10. I'm rolling 2 dice for my 2 lovely things.
God, I stayed on the boring music.
So it's a 20 and a 23 to hit.
20 and a 23. Both of those are gonna hit.
Okay, so let's do the first damage first.
Yeah. Please do the first damage first, because we have to make a pause in between those two attacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're gonna find out why.
Okay. So that is 4 points of normal magic damage and then 1 point of cold damage.
Okay. First of all, worthy enough observance, it doesn't seem like cold damage affects them all that much.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
The magic damage, though.
Yeah. The other part of it is that Hazard, when you strike it with your weapon, it's very thick and very dense and almost like stepping into sludge. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Wait, when you attack it?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Yay. Oh, yay. 18. A natural 16 for 18.
Okay, you will succeed. You will manage to heft your weapon back out of the beast.
Oh.
So how about that second attack?
Yeah, well, I've already rolled it, so it's happening.
All right.
With sneak attack.
Yeah, it hit.
Yep.
Yeah, give me that sneak attack damage.
So first and foremost, it does 4 points of magic damage, and now for
Yep.
the sneak attack,
Yep, the damage that we all want to hear.
which is 12 on the first 2. Then it only goes up to 16, and then it's up to 24, and then I get to roll 1 more,
Okay, not bad.
and that's 26.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna get my calculator because basic math some days scares me.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll value that.
A solid hit, but you now know the song and dance. Give me another strength saving throw.
I'm gonna use a piece of inspiration.
All right. Reroll that dice.
17.
You will succeed. You can. You have both weapons still yet free.
Okay, and then I use my bonus action to teleport back into the little alcove over here.
Okay. Martel.
Martel, so first things first, I hate to do this to you on the fly, CJ, but seeing her friends in trouble, Martel would attempt to put out her mist. Given the insanity of this blizzard, I was wondering how big, if any, of an aura I would get. As I imagine wind blows my mist around.
You would, man, yeah, it's one of those that you would think it would do that, but then at the same time,
It's a magical thing.
do you,
I know, I
it's
get it.
magical, and then do you just have major weather effects completely remove an ability a PC has? And that doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm going to say because it is magical in nature and from who it is taught the ability from, and you've refined it, I don't think the strong winds really mess with it much. I think we're talking like a weird, ethereal, otherworldly power that wind doesn't affect.
Cool. Then I think I am at this. Just change the tint.
Yeah. Everything's pretty white and blue right now, so anything warm or red or pink or purple would be good.
Yeah, let's go with pink. Seems to be the color for today.
Yep.
She's gonna do that.
Martell's
then
missing.
She's going to continue to move stealthily because she suspects she has not yet been seen. So she's gonna stealth move. Oops. I'm apparently not clicked on her. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think she can make it about there. And that'll be her turn for now.
Okay.
Because she had to move stealthy, so that's an action.
Red is going to use their swell tabaxi ability, climb, and get up here. High vantage point, it's like scurrying up the side of the cliff very quickly with her claws, and is going to unleash their longbow. And well, honestly, you guys look very capable, and these things are up front. Snow is going to attack this beast that has not yet entered the fray. Oh well, would you look at that? That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
See, isn't it nice when I roll well sometimes? 4 plus. No, hang on, I rolled the wrong die. It's a different damage die. Okay. The first arrow is going to deal 19 points of damage. Up. Second arrow. Hang on, where'd the dice go? I lost my d20. There it is. Also going to hit. Not as impressive. 10 points of piercing damage. As the beast from off in the distance is riddled with 2 arrows. That's Snow's turn. Lithian.
All right. There's still one in front of me, so I'm going to smack it. I'm gonna rage first. Hold on. Would like to rage. I remember how to play this game.
I mean, what even is D&D, let alone being a barbarian?
Yeah. I will smack it with my axe. The first one is a modified 20.
Gonna hit.
Perfect. How do damage? Anyone know?
Are you wielding your axe with 1 or 2 hands?
2.
All right, so a D10 plus numbers. I think it's a 4 plus a 2 plus a 2. No, I think it's a plus a 3 now. Might even be plus a 4.
I don't know what you're asking me, so
Yeah, it's fine. You can do math, kind of.
I have everything written down, and by what I have written down, it's a 15 damage.
Okay. And a strength save, please. Yeah.
Okay. 27 save, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't even notice. What sticky effect?
Try and hit it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. My dice are betraying. 17?
Still gonna hit. You know, if you were ever worried about it, there is a thing called reckless. I mean, might improve your odds by about +5.
This is true.
I do
Just
love reckless attack.
A friendly reminder, yeah, me too. Ben and I are in
I'm
the
a
same
reckless
boat.
man.
Yeah, Ben and I are in the same boat when it comes to barbarians and reckless attack. You got it, you use it.
She's not mad enough yet. That's the
Fair
problem.
enough.
It's the flavor. It's the flavor, okay?
And don't worry, once you get covered in sludge and all your nice clothes are ruined, she will.
Yeah, absolutely.
It did try to swallow you a
the-
turn before.
20 points of damage on the second.
Oof. Okay.
Um,
Another save, please.
How do math? 16.
A success.
Cool.
Barely.
Barely. Good. And I
Hint,
will
hint.
stay where I am at.
Okay. Hijira!
All right. So first off, she's gonna cast Sanctuary on herself. It's a bonus action.
Okay. You're gonna cast it on yourself. Sure thing.
Second, she's going to cast Confusion. And this is going to be a 10-foot radius circle, which I'm just going to draw here.
Yeah. I'm going to halt you real fast prior to the drawing. Sanctuary will instantly pop if you cast that spell.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I got the order in my head mixed up here. Sorry.
Confusion first, then Sanctuary.
Yes. Yeah.
Got
Sorry.
it.
That was in my head. It was just not making it out to paper.
Okay.
So the 10-foot circle.
10-foot radius.
Yes.
Yep, that's a square, but I get what you're going for.
Thank you. I could not find the circle option for a moment.
Hold Alt when you draw.
That makes sense.
If you want to walk to the grid, you hold Shift.
That helps.
It does, actually.
So they need to make a wisdom save, I believe.
All right. Elementals, very well known for their wisdom. Being sarcastic.
I heard that.
So one rolled a whopping 4.
Oof.
The other one rolled a 17.
DC's 18.
Well, then they both suck and fail.
Sweet. And I'll
Hooray.
cast Sanctuary on myself. She is going to mutate because she doesn't have a choice. And her eyes light up like beacons.
Yes. That's a favorite mutation of mine.
She kind of grits her teeth and she's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get over there.
Oh, there was a confusion.
Let's
That's
see
a
you
fact.
grit those teeth. For any of my Gurren Lagann fans out there.
And
gotcha.
that is her turn.
Okay. This guy, all the way out here. It's like they're really fast when they're on the lake. And then not as fast when they reach. Well, you know, it just everyone's left Lithian alone. It's just going to attack Lithian. It's going to throw some more sludge balls at her.
I can take it.
Yeah, it's not that you can. It's just sort of funny. I was like looking at the targets. I'm like, wait, everyone's behind the pink line, but Lithian. All right. That one's actually going to hit a 23.
Damn, alright. Fine. I guess.
Yep, we gotta muddy up those nice clothes of yours real quick.
Thing.
For a whopping 13 plus 4, 17 points of acid damage.
Gross.
As you are slapped by this thick, bubbling, sludge-like tar. And it begins to burn. And because this is at the bottom of the initiative. You know, just doing stuff. Nothing. Okay. Top of the round, the Handmaiden spell is actually going to break. She did not cast it. Sees that those have been confused. Is going to look at the other one that has arrived. Will cast another spell. Of which none of you really hear. But there is a spoken word that is said. And then you watch as this elemental just sort of flops down into a large circle and just sits there.
Good boy.
Basically,
Which one flopped?
the one that wasn't affected by confusion. Which, by the way, there was totally a confused thing here. I just blind as a bat. But there is not one for this, and I don't know. Fine, he's asleep. It was really nuts. I was like looking for question marks for the confused status effect. I'm like, I don't see any question marks, and then all it is 3 question marks.
To be fair, there are a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of status effect things.
The handmaiden is going to point a finger in Lithian's direction. Lithian, you're going to hear a very pleasing harmonic resonance enter into your ears, and you have a bardic inspiration die. It is a 1d12.
That's just once, right?
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes, and you can add it to an ability check, saving throw, or attack roll for once for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
In this direction, because this is where Martell is. This creature is confused. It's going to roll a d10 because it is confused. It has rolled a 9.
What?
And it can do whatever it wants. Well, it's not. What it wants to do is not try to swallow Lithian because it can't. Well, it's like Lithian's the only person here. Yeah, actually no, it's a lie. It can reach Tajira. It's gonna go after Tajira. Lithian, you will get an attack of opportunity.
Yay. 20 something, 24.
Yeah.
Where's 15 points of damage.
Not bad. Another slice and cascading of oil into the snow. But is going to get it to Tajira and attempt to slam Tajira twice. But
Wisdom save.
is going to make a wisdom save.
Oh. She doesn't like getting hit.
And it rolled natural 20.
You kidding me?
I am not. Don't worry, once I get my new webcam, my old webcam will be used as a dice cam. So I can show you.
I wasn't disbelieving you.
No, I know, but just for the sake of it.
There's honestly never been a point where I thought you've been lying about your dice, CJ.
I have been rolling very well tonight, though. I've rolled several 20s tonight.
You have been
Good
doing
news
well.
is, it has been mostly for the NPCs that you've been traveling with. So, if there's any upside. Wisdom save? No, it succeeded, so it's just going to smack you now.
I use a reaction to shield.
Okay. What does that make your AC?
Let's see, +5. What is my regular AC? Which 13.
Yeah, I have a 30. So 18.
That's an 18.
The flat 20 without any bonuses is still going to hit you. Because it is a 20. But then with its bonuses is a 27. So it's still going to hit you. Gonna smack you once. It's gonna smack you pretty good actually. Wow. So the crit damage is 16 plus another 8 is a 24 plus 4 is 28 plus 4 for the modifier, 32 points of acid damage.
Oh my gosh.
And I need a concentration check as well.
Concentration. Which is it's Constitution, right?
Constitution.
Yeah, it's a Constitution
so you have
save.
18.
You are
18's
proficient.
Yeah.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, you succeed.
It had to be 16.
Yeah. And then
Does the second attack require Wisdom save as well?
yes. It does until you do something that breaks the sanctuary spell.
Okay.
And that was really bad. It rolled a natural 2, so it's going to miss. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. It has to keep making them until the sanctuary's gone. Villains, any creature targets the word creature. Yep. Yeah, it makes no reference to succeeding and then no longer carrying it. So that's what it does. It is still confused. The next one, it rolls a d10 to see what it does. It rolled a 1, which I think is just, it does nothing.
Random direction.
It uses all of its movement in a random direction to determine, roll a d8. Okay, that's fun. It can either go really far or not that far. Given that it has 2 different movement speeds, one on the lake is triple the distance it is on land. I rolled an 8.
Is that
Yeah, northwest. If north is 1, and I count around. Right? Is that correct?
Yep. No.
Yep.
Everyone gonna fact check my work? In which case it's gonna go 90 feet this way. As in its confusion, it whirls around in like just waves and ripples of this oil. It's spattering on the ground and it just turns around. Suddenly its face now going northwest and just rushes away. That's
It's
right.
me.
It is
I
you.
put away my weapons and I pull out my hand crossbow.
Okay, you got an accent for some reason.
Yes, for fun, giggles.
I see
And
it
then-
came back because you had one in the beginning and then you lost it, but now it's back.
Do I get to? This doesn't count as a sneak attack, does it?
There's no one within 5. Wait, which one are you attacking?
The one that's on Tajira.
Yes, you have an ally within 5 feet.
Cool. 26. I think that
Hit.
hits.
Yeah, they have very low AC. You guys would be hard pressed to miss one of these.
Cool. Which means we get 7 normal damage and now sneak attack. 15, 20, and then I get one more dice.
Do all the
22. 22 sneak attack damage.
Okay. 22 plus 4 is 26.
Yeah. How much did that take? Like, sorry, does it look like that did full damage?
It does not look like it was as effective as the other attacks that have been striking these.
Valid. And then I'm going to take the bonus action of hide.
Roll a stealth check.
25.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 2.
Martel.
Martel, having successfully gotten close enough to have everybody in her mist, she's going to break stealth so that she can do some dancing with Lithian. And I think we all know that it's gonna be that. And give Lithian an extra attack. Or action, I should say. An extra action.
Extra 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, whatever you want that action to be used for. But yes, as a barbarian, generally, twice as many attacks is a good choice.
And then, as she's dancing, Martel will make her way 5, 10, 15. Here.
We are on
And
track.
that'll be Martel's turn.
Okay.
Because I rolled to see if she saw that Hasvard got stuck. I rolled a perception check and rolled a natural 19. So regardless if it's one of mine or not, I figure she saw Hasvard getting his weapon stuck. And
Yes.
Martel chooses not to throw a chakram at something that could eat it.
Bloop.
But yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Snow. Snow is going to double down on this thing near Tajira because now it's hurting people. The first one is, even with that really terrible roll, gonna hit. For the record, rolled a natural 5. Still hits.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys, with where you're at, you guys have to roll like a 1 or a 2 to actually miss. And for those of you with magical weapons, actually, that the 1 is the only guaranteed miss. So yeah, take that as a lesson. Oh, that's some really bad damage. 7. Second arrow though. Second arrow. Definitely gonna hit. That's much better. Damage die. Stop spinning. Also much better. And just good enough to down this elemental. Tajiri, you're no longer being harried by this beast as it is prickled by projectiles from behind. It eventually, as it's rising up to try to make another strike, you just see it eventually you see enough on the other side where you're just seeing little things protruding, striking it from the backside, and eventually it hits and just sort of splashes and hits the ground. It has lost form. Lithian.
Yes. So I'm gonna pull out my fancy bow and load it with a nice javelin and shoot at this motherfucker.
I like all of these things. You launch that missile, girl.
Does a 28 hit?
Yep.
Cool. That's exciting. All right. $19 points of... Wait, no, I gotta add my... 24 points of damage on the first. And I'm gonna shoot him again, shocking absolutely nobody.
Just gonna machine gun this poor thing down.
That is a 19, which is a crit.
Ah, yes,
Natural
it is.
19. So, let's... God, that's so many dice.
Well, you're only rolling half of them,
This is true.
because all the other half is max.
Where are my other d12s? I only have 2 brittle criticals right now. Three plus 46 points of damage.
Oh, just
Nope.
no?
51 points of damage.
Oh,
51,
okay.
thank you.
Just okay.
Smokes.
Okay, yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Only like half the creature's HP.
Jeez.
Why don't you tell them how you really feel?
I rolled really well. I rolled a 12 and an 11 on 2 of my d12s. So
That's really good. Nobody's complaining.
No.
No one here is
No.
complaining
I'm
We're just all
shocked and
shocked.
awed. Yeah.
at the brutality of that critical.
Yeah, he said it. So you have a whole other action now, Lithium.
no,
by the way.
that was my second. That was my second.
Attack, but you have another
Your
action
second attack. You have another
Oh my
action.
god! You're right. I do.
because there's a sexy spectral martel dancing around you right now, and that for some odd reason really energizes you.
I don't know why I was
some
thinking
reason.
I get only one shot with the bow. Anyway, one more javelin.
I mean, you're gonna run out of
17.
javelins quickly. I mean, that'll happen.
17 hit.
Uh-huh.
So 16 points damage on that one.
Okay. The javelin tears through the creature and splatters it onto the snow and ice.
Splat.
Is the last one over there within the range for me to fire a regular arrow at it or no?
If to fire a regular arrow at it. Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Of course.
Alright, where's my d12s again? Why did I put them away? Not as good, but still good. Plus 4. 42 points of damage.
Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah, not as good. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Really pathetic.
Yeah, doesn't stack up to the other one. Like, is Lithian even trying, you know?
Come on, Lithian. How dare you single-handedly kill only one of the 3 monsters?
You have movement, Lithian. You want to use any of that up?
Nah.
Nah, just gonna stay put.
Nah. I like where I'm at.
Gonna pop a squat. Just gonna lean up against the bank. Just chill.
Yeah.
All right. Tajira.
Tidira does not like how wet she is from the splat.
Yeah, especially because it burns.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
No.
acid.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah.
So she's going to move away from the pile, look around at the creature, and she's just going to keep moving here until she's right behind.
Yes. The local human shield. Excellent.
Hey, that kind of hurt. Yeah, and that's going to be her action.
Okay. All right. Top of the initiative is the Handmaiden. Everything's looking very well under control. Is going to very calmly walk over to Tajira. And with a hand thrumming with golden magic and a very lovely tune, is going to reach out and touch you and heal you. With a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
I rolled very average. 17 points, 17 HP.
Thanks her very much.
I love it when things are aggressively average. Like,
Yeah.
man, that was really, really average.
It really was. It was a 2, 3, and a 5. Like,
There you go.
it was
is
super
aggressively
average. Yeah. I literally had I had a level 5 player on one of my other games this week who used a 2nd level Cure Wounds and healed more than that. Like, anyway, yeah, the Handmaiden's just gonna chill. It's gonna move up over here next to Martel. And, that's her turn. This guy is still confused. He's not even sure why he's in the middle of the lake anymore. He rolled a 5. He does nothing. He begins just like blobbing in place, like a weird oily like fountain piece. Really awkward. Hazard.
Hasvard, so do I have to re-roll stealth every turn?
If you do something that breaks stealth, you have to then take another action or bonus action to roll and hide again. So on this turn, because you have a 25 stealth, if all you do is move and do nothing that would otherwise be aggressive or obvious, your stealth will hold. Or you could always hide again if you want a better number.
I would like to hide again with my bonus action and then hold my action to shoot if another black blob comes for somebody.
Okay.
25.
I'll be specific. All right, it's not changing.
Nope, I rolled a 3.
Martel, I want to mention something.
Yes.
During the transition of everything coming in, these creatures, elementals, as you've learned, do not ping within your mist.
Oh,
But
interesting.
recently, very recently, something has entered into the mist. A new number that is not amongst your party has entered into your mist.
Ooh.
I mean, Martel has no reason to believe that that's going to be especially problematic at the moment, so she's just gonna not say anything. And, she's curious about something, but nah, she'd prioritize everybody staying alive. once again, she's going to give Lithian an extra action
Okay.
and wait to satisfy her curiosity later. And I guess, I mean,
Movement?
because, well, I was about to say, because the handmaiden did come here, Martel will probably move up here and buddy cop back to back
Sure.
with handmaiden.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
Gotta look out for each other. That'll be
yes.
Martel's turn.
Snow's keeping it simple. Gonna shoot 2 arrows at the creature all the way out in the middle of the lake, doing nothing.
Oh,
Is going to roll, as Ben has said, aggressively average on damage. For a whopping 16 points of damage.
Lithian seems to be doing more harm.
No, yeah, just a little. Just a tiny bit. Speaking of, hey, Lithian, you want to do some more damage? That'd be cool.
I was just rethinking my choices on who to dance with, but Lithian's doing a ton of damage.
I mean, barbarians.
Yeah.
And I literally gave her a D12 bow. Like, I was asking for this. You know?
Yeah.
A D12 bow that can shoot javelins? I was literally asking for this.
That's fair, that's fair.
You know those 6 javelins you got at level 1 when you started with the character? You can now use them. Congratulations. Because let's be honest, a lot of barbarians and fighters tend to sit on these things. Because you forget.
It's true.
But joking aside, Lithian, you're muted. Are you here?
You can't hear the funny things that I'm saying. That's
Not
why nobody's laughing. at me.
One bit. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's not
No,
because we don't
I'm
think you're
really
funny.
sad
It's we didn't hear any of it.
You were
That's-
muted.
That's why I was talking so much, probably over top of you.
You were. You
Yeah.
were. It's okay though. The first one hits. It's over 20.
Mhm.
For 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's all. I mean, yay.
I know. Listen, it's not a 10. The second one is 27 or some bullshit.
Yeah.
For 14 points of damage.
It's better. Improving your odds. It's still alive.
Third one does crit though. I love that sweet 19
I
bit.
bet you do.
Oh, yeah.
I did this to myself. But then again, when you can shell out thousands of gold for magic items, yeah, these things happen.
Yeah. 24 and 30. 9, 42 points.
Ooh, there you go.
And off in the distance, that weird black fountain piece suddenly stops.
Glad it made good target practice.
Yeah. After all is like said and done, she'll kind of like shrug off and go, "It's been a while since I've had some good long distance target practice."
They were pretty good shots. Snow yells down from the ridge.
It was. Perhaps we should still be quiet? Were there more of those mounds, Martha?
The handmaiden turns to look at you, Martel, and just says very quietly, "The music hasn't stopped."
That was very meta.
Yeah, Martel says, there is still something nearby. We should be careful.
Tajira.
Yeah, she's listening to Martel and she's gonna be careful. Actually, she's gonna stealth if she can.
Action to hide.
Yeah, that's a 26.
Pretty good. What even is Hazard doing down there, right?
How dare you? Regularly gets 30s. So
Not
she's
the last
gonna
two
stay
turns.
here. That's her turn.
Okay. Handmaiden, honestly, everything looks under control, but heeding Martel's warning, will begin readying another spell. This fellow. Asvard.
I bonus action to stealth again.
Sure.
It's another 25.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy I'm getting out of the way this way.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And stealthily buddy cop. Is that allowed?
Nope.
Never mind.
The point of buddy copping is that you have to actively be defending your partner's back.
Okay. And then ready my action to shoot somebody.
You got to be a little bit more. There are a lot of people around you. You could just take that action.
Shoot
now.
someone that has a hostile intent towards a party member.
Okay. Shoot someone that isn't a friend. Gotcha. Well, appropriate. Because as Martell is warned, from the edge of the frozen lake in a burst of ice and a whirlwind of tar, you see a creature emerge wearing gold half-plate armor, wielding 2 broadswords, and with these tattered wings rising into the air as it dashes towards the largest group of enemies it can see. Oh, I can only get but that will trigger the handmaiden's spell.
And hopefully my reaction.
Yes, it will also trigger your action. You may attack. You will be shooting it before it got here, however, so keep that in mind.
I know. I realize what you're saying.
Yes, which do you?
Yeah, it means it gives it more want to attack me if I hit it.
I mean, no, but also yes. I'm actually implying the fact that it was 45 feet away, so you have disadvantage on the attack because it was outside the close range of your range weapon, and that you won't get sneak attack. Actually, I didn't know you were there. You'll get sneak attack, so you get advantage. Actually, you just make a normal attack. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was really.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to get there. It didn't know you were there, but you were hidden. But you had disadvantage because you're on the long range. But then normal attack,
So-
sneak attack. Do it.
22.
A 22. Well, it would hit until it's flying towards you. It will use its reaction to parry and raise its AC by 5, and it will slash the crossbow bolt out of the air.
Great. Great.
And then he's gonna get there. And he is going to fail the wisdom save from the handmaiden. But don't get too up in arms. It was literally only a vicious mockery she was holding. You know, I rolled a bunch of 3s for the psychic damage though, so that's something.
Yay.
Whopping 12.
Ooh.
And his first attack has disadvantage, which is good news. Because it's going to open up with a whirlwind with its broadswords. It's going to make an attack against the handmaiden, one against Hasvard, handmaiden, Hasvard. So 2 attacks each. First attack is going to miss thanks to the disadvantage. Second attack coming at you, Hasvard. Ooh, natural 19. Gonna hit.
Oh, so you rolled like 2 19s or a 20 and a 19.
The first attack was against the handmaiden. It rolled a 6. It rolled a 16 and 2. Oh, well, you got to remind me. I forget that you have the displacer cloak. Does a 22 still hit?
Oh, heck yeah, it does.
Yeah, so it still hits you.
I'm not a Trask.
So
I'm getting there.
the first blow will be. Why do I keep minimizing that? I don't know. I love myself. 14 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
The next attack against the Handmaiden was a 5, is going to miss. The fourth attack against you, Hasvard, with the cloak deactivated, no disadvantage, is going to be a 25.
Definitely still hits. Yeah. No,
For 3, 6, 9, 14 points of slashing damage.
Cool. That brings me down to that. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Okay, that's his turn. Martel.
Cool. Choices. Martel is going to continue buddy coughing with the Handmaiden.
Mhm.
She doesn't want her to die.
It saved her from both attacks.
Sorry, I gotta remember to spend my points. And unsure of what's going to be best, Martel is going to once again give Lithium some room to do her thing, and dance with Lithium some more, and stay where she is. Martel is going to stay there.
Okay.
Bam. That's Martel's turn.
Snow, from her vantage point, is disregarding the situation, going to call out, "That is the creature that the hunters warned us about." And is going to draw an arrow. No, that seems like a bad idea. Now that it's so near everybody, a lot of things Snow could do that could be fun are really dangerous to everyone else. Snow is just going to shoot it. First attack is math. First attack would hit. Second attack would also hit, but the first attack will now miss. It'll use its second reaction to parry again, and add a 5 to its AC. And it'll knock. And it'll knock both of Snow's arrows out of the air. It'll literally, while it's just in this whirlwind frenzy of blade attacks with everyone in the group, it will still sense the 2 arrows coming in behind it, and it'll just spin with just one sword swipe and cut both out of the air. Lithium.
Alright, I think I'm gonna back up a little bit so that I hit him with my bow without disadvantage. And with a javelin, that is a 24.
The 24 is going to hit.
Uh, 17 points of damage to the first one. Another javelin. 26.
Actually, I double checked. The javelin ability is once per turn.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Well, it shows you how well I can read.
That's okay. We're gonna remember it together.
My apologies.
What alright?
Well, then this means an arrow, a regular old arrow, for 12 points of damage.
Alright.
Alright, 2 more arrows. 26.
Yep.
Another 12 points of damage.
Sensing a pattern.
25.
Yep.
14 points of damage.
Alright.
And I will stay where I.
These arrows manage to connect. Literally just sticking into its back and sides. They connect and they seem to deal damage, but it does not seem to care. Like, it doesn't feel pain.
Awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tejira.
Tidira is going to what is it called?
Mm-hmm.
Quicken spell. She's going to quicken spell hold monster.
Okay.
So to make a wisdom save, please.
Sure thing. Natural 19 plus 6, 25.
Okay. Is there anything? Okay, she's going to try it again. Another hold monster.
You can't.
I can't.
2 5th level spells in one turn. Can't do that.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can cast one. Now that you're a high level spellcaster, you can cast a 2nd level spell or lower, and any spell. Before it was only a leveled spell and a cantrip.
Oh.
You cannot double down on 5th.
Okay.
What does the quicken do then?
It lets you cast a spell as a bonus action.
Yeah. So I didn't use an action there.
Correct.
So she's going to instead try confusion then.
What level is confusion?
Wait, you said 2nd level?
2nd level or lower.
Dang.
You would also probably be a hard. No, you could swing the radius.
Yeah, I could.
2nd
barely-
level or lower.
Yeah. Well, I can make the radius small too, right? But she's going to use blind death then.
Okay.
Is going to try to blind it.
On save. Ooh, it likes these.
Yeah.
What's the DC? 18? It rolled. Wow, actually, it likes them, but it messed up. It rolled a 5. It amounts to a 16. It still fails.
Whew. Okay.
Exciting.
So she is going to then move to 5, so she can just see it,
Run away!
and that's her turn. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. She's mutates. One moment.
Mutate away, my friend.
Her arms turned into tentacles.
Oh, that's horrific. But awesome.
She doesn't like it. She's looking at them very ugh.
Do you lose your climb speed?
Or do you gain more?
It says that I have advantage to grapples, but that's about it.
Gopai are surprisingly good climbers.
Yeah. The handmaiden doesn't like this thing, but the handmaiden had a plan. And the handmaiden is going to cast banishment on it. Needs to make a charisma save. And it destroys it.
Aw.
With a 24. Well, the handmaiden isn't excited about that happening, but the handmaiden is going to stand her ground and stay in front of Martel.
Nice of her.
Aswar.
I drop my hand crossbow. Remember where it is, and I'll pick it up later.
We hope.
I'm going to then hit him with my weapons.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because he's blind?
Yes, actually.
Sweet. So that's an 18, which means I get to do this, and he takes 4 points of cold damage and 7. Wait a second. Pause.
And actually, you're right. Double down on that pause real fast. I have to check something.
Okay.
Actually, you don't gain advantage on the attack. It can't see with its eyes,
I knew deafness was the right choice.
but
Anyways,
it can it still knows where you are.
I was
I
wondering.
didn't metagame it. Didn't metagame it.
I was wondering.
Okay. Would you like me to completely reroll them? Or
I mean, yeah. That, or you use both of the rolls you made for the first and second attacks, or you just start fresh and roll.
No, if that's the case, that's fine. Do I get to choose which weapon hits then?
Yeah, because there was no way to know which dice it was going to be for what. So yeah.
Okay.
But again, one at a time.
In that case, I missed with the blue one because it was an 18.
Yep.
And then I'd hit with the other one because it was a 28.
Yep.
So he can't heal anymore, and he's taking 6 points of normal magic damage, and now it's time for sneak attack damage. 8, 18, 27, and 3, 30. 30 points of damage on the sneak attack.
Make a strength save, please.
Oh, he works like they do, huh?
As he begins to ooze tar from his skin and pores, yes.
I crit 20'd.
You don't get stuck.
22. And
Don't get
then
stuck.
I use my bonus action to teleport into the shadow of Tajira.
Okay.
Buddy cop?
Sure.
And just to just to ask, because I'm not a knowledgeable snow boy. People still cast shadows in bright, open, snowy areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so the bigger issue would be the snowstorm, and the decreased sunlight getting through it would be the bigger issue of the shadow there.
That is
Shadows on snow, absolutely a thing. In a blizzard, much less so. So it
All right,
depends on the severity of the storm.
It's pretty. It's not like horrifically bad, but it's bad enough. All right, so let's add a tiny little layer of risk to this. Perception check. Let's just see if Hasvar can actually identify a spot of shadow to move into.
Okay. 12.
You can. I
Um,
did not set the
Cool.
DC super high.
and
So what you did
Thanks.
is fine.
I get a +1, so if it was anything high, I would die. Not actually, but
No, well,
copying.
yeah. For the record, I'll just tell you how I'm setting the DC because storms kind of ebb and flow. Granted, this is only seconds, but I'm rolling a D6, and it's like how intense is it in that exact moment.
Okay.
So it could be a 16 or it could be an 11.
And that's my
Okay.
turn.
Well, it's its turn, and a bunch of people fled away from it, leaving it 2 targets. It is going to move up here, and it's going to do what it did before, which is split attacks between the 2 of you.
Okay.
The first attack is going to hit Handmaiden. The second attack is absolutely going to hit Martel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go through the hits. Third attack will miss against the Handmaiden. What's your AC right now, Martel?
Current AC is 23.
Oh, yeah, no, not gonna hit you.
Cool.
Yeah. So the first attack, it's the Handmaiden. 5, 14. The second attack that was going to strike you, Martel, was a natural 20.
Yeah.
I mean, not the most impressive one, but it was one all the same. 18 plus 1, 19 plus 5, 24 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And Martel is going to start rhythmic redirecting when he misses that second attack on her.
Okay. Seems wise. And then it's going to slide through the snow and end up over here. The Handmaiden is going to whip out a hand and force it to make a wisdom save. Which, why does it fail against this spell, against the cantrip versus all the other spells?
What shirt are you wearing,
5. It's my new one actually. 7 psychic. It's my dungeon master shirt. Here, I'll show it to you in a second. I really like it. It has disadvantage on its next attack. I have a thing for this. But yeah, I mean, I posted it on the Discord, but
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, that is gorgeous.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
That is a cool shirt.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. It just makes me an even better dungeon master. But that's its turn. Martel.
Martel. No longer really able to give Lithian her thing because she needs to focus on keeping herself dancing. Just gonna pull her flower out and say Dominatrix and go for a big old whip attack.
Okay.
Because, why not? Where did you go, D20?
Ran
Oh,
away.
no. It did run away. Where's my Martel D20? Ah, here it is.
Hooray!
21 to hit.
It would hit, but it will use its reaction to add a 5 to its AC.
Okay.
And it will miss.
Then that's all Martel can do.
Okay.
It's the end of my turn.
Snow. And got a good perch. Just gonna just keep rolling through the paces here. Both are gonna hit. It's going to bide its time. It's gonna save that other reaction. Oh wow, these are actually two of Snow's best damage rolls. A 7 and a 9. 16 and 26. Two long-range arrows catch it in its shoulder and side as it's doing its whirly-gig dance with Martel and the Handmaiden. Lithian.
You said my last attacks did nothing to him, right?
I did not. It just didn't seem to care. Its physical form did take damage.
Okay. Okay. Well. How do I do the distance thing again?
On the left side, the icon that looks like a circle with a little ruler on it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. That's what I want. I'm gonna pull out Bloodseeker
Okay.
and choose for it to seek out and hit him. He's less than 60 feet away.
Okay.
I suppose I still need to
Roll to hit.
It's not an auto hit.
Uh,
The wording is just I'm
yes.
uncertain
Yes.
about.
Yes. No. Yes. It does automatically hit.
Okay. Okay.
Whip out this dagger from this beautifully bejeweled sheath, and you chuck it through the air, and it begins whizzing around like a hummingbird, and it seeks its prey, eventually finding it.
So it'll be 4 points just from the dagger, and then 6 points of. Sorry. 6 plus 4. 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I gained that nice 10 points. Fun.
Bad news. Don't.
That's
It doesn't
rude.
seem like the necrotic damage did anything to it.
That's so rude.
Alright. I'm just bearer of bad news.
Well, I'm going to run and get closer. Oh my god. You guys are. I don't know. What the. I don't like Roll20. It doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could use a little.
I could watch a video on how it works. I really could.
There are lots
Anyway,
There are lots.
I'm gonna go there and end my turn.
Okay. Tajira.
Tizira is frightened that this thing is walking towards her when she's blinded it. So she is going to quicken spell to use enhance pain, which gives it's a cantrip 0. There we go. So she's level 3, which gives it 3d8 extra damage if something hits that creature. She is going to cast Fireball. Don't just
Classic
hold on.
wizards.
Just hold on. At level 7.
Everyone's going. Tim.
Using
Tim.
warp spell to make it into a 5-foot radius centered on the creature.
Still get Martel.
That's fine.
No, okay, I can make it a 3-foot radius, 2-foot radius.
Is that how that works?
It says I can choose any amount. Warp spell. You can spend 1 sorcery point to change its shape into the following: cylinder or a sphere. Let me just post it here. That'll be easier. The radius becomes a number of feet of your choice up to 20 feet.
Yeah, technically.
So I want it to make it just engulf it.
Sure.
Okay. So
we have a tiny little fireball implosion.
And so it's 8, 9, 10, 11d6, and 3d8.
Well, first of all, I'm doubling back. It did succeed on the intelligence save against enhancement.
Oh, okay. Then that did nothing.
And Ben, you were saying?
Oh, I was just about to say that. I was like, there is a saving throw involved in the
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
cantrip.
I
that
rolled
was
it.
more of a hope.
Also rolling against this.
The dex, please.
Well, it rolled very poorly. It has a natural 3.
Oh,
Damn.
With yeah, that's a big fat failure
okay.
because it does not have a plus 15 to dex save. So I think it's gonna.
Phew.
So
I know,
let me
right?
just roll.
You never know.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I think this is probably just gonna be average.
Fireball tends to do that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. It's 38.
That is unmistakably, I think, below average.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the
30.
effect is super cool. Where there's a moment where Tajira casts a spell, the ray rockets out towards where the creature is standing, and you watch as just very briefly there's just like a woof as a ball of fire expands, and then it gets sucked back in very quickly to a singular point, a small little sphere of white hot fiery energy, and it just sort of like twists its form at its abdomen and then just pops. where you see just this wave of fiery energy kind of ripple over it. The bad news is it doesn't look like fire is all that effective against it.
No fun. And she's gonna turn and walk away. That's as far as she can go.
I'm sensing a pattern.
That's her turn.
Okay. Maiden still has a plan and is going to stand by it. So we're gonna, and it does not have to be next to it to do anything. So she's gonna force it to make another charisma save because again, this was the plan.
What's the plan?
And it's going to just crush banishment every time. Natural 17.
Boo.
Even that's frustrating for me. I'm like, this was the plan. It's supposed to work. Not. But is going to switch sides and stand closer to it because Martel is in danger. No, it doesn't really feel like doing anything with that. Okay. That's right.
Yay! Hasvar does a lovely little 5, 10. I slice you with my swords, but I don't have advantage. That's okay.
No, you don't. Plain Jane attack.
You know what? I'm going to use an inspiration on one of those, and that's a crit.
Nice.
So, does sneak attack get critted or no?
It does if it is on the weapon you've decided to sneak attack with.
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay. In which case, let's roll the initial damage of 8, and then sneak attack time.
Okay.
So
8.
it's maxed out for everything else except for what you're rolling, right?
Yeah. So versus rolling twice as many dice, you roll only the original dice and then add the maximum of what would the other half be? So how many dice are you rolling total right now?
I am rolling in total 7d6s plus 1d6, so 8 and 1d8.
Okay, so we're gonna just go with the 8d6 first, which is the maximum of 48 plus 8, 56. Okay, then you roll the set again.
So I've rolled the 8, and then 8 is 30. 32 plus 8 is 40, so 40 and whatever you said first.
56. That's only 96 points of damage.
Rogues, man.
And then I'm gonna bonus pop myself over into Lithian Shadow.
Okay.
But
First of all, I'm gonna stop you
okay.
because you need to make a strength saving throw from your first attack.
Oh, I don't like it. I'm scared. But okay,
Should
I
be.
can do that.
But you've succeeded every one so far.
I'm gonna use my last point of inspiration because I feel like this is a good time to do that. And that's a 20.
That will succeed. And then I just want to follow up real quick because, again, I decided to be a nicer DM some days than others. You want to make a second attack with your offhand?
I already did that and it was a bad roll.
Oh, noted. Okay then.
It was a 3.
All right, then I'll let you police yourself from now on. Now
Sorry,
you may
no.
no. I'm not. That's literally that's all I'm saying is like I was making sure you made your offhand attack because you didn't mention it.
That is valid.
But
I
if
will
you were
make
keeping
sure
track of
that
your
in the
stuff,
future.
then I will leave you to keep track of your stuff.
And now I pop over. Is that allowed because she's really close?
Again, no. We set up a mechanic for this. Roll a perception check.
I roll. I crit. That's amazing.
Oh well, it's good news because it was on the highest possible DC of a 16, so you can see fine.
21. Yay! I pop over here. Buddy cop Lithian?
I mean, sure. I'm about to walk away from you, though, but sure.
Well, you're gonna. Well, like, yes. Yeah, I know. This is normal, though.
This is true. It
You don't
is.
have to know what the good bad news of the situation is? Like,
I
Hasvar just did that thing. But as you all know with me and my monsters that are supposed to be exceptionally dangerous,
Bam! More attacks. More turns.
Yeah. He gets his new turn immediately after Hasvard's now, which means he gets 2 turns back to back, which means he's gonna hurt someone a lot.
It is rough. It's rough, buddy.
17.9.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. I did it so it sits beneath Hasvard but above his other turn.
He gets 2 in a row. That's
it's
good.
currently stuck. But... Was that real fast? Okay. Then. All right. Well then, that was fun. He sure don't like that. But he's gonna deal with what's directly in front of him. And you know what? For funsies, he's just gonna do the same thing. 4 attacks, 2 to the Handmaiden, 2 to Martel.
Let's do this.
As he's just now from just this deep gash in his side where Hasvard basically shanked him, and he's just oozing thick black Icarus blood off of the side. His long snake-like tongue is just sort of writhing around in his mouth over his sharp shark-like teeth, and he looks just absolutely rabid. The first attack is going to hit you, Martel.
Yep. I rolled. It wasn't high enough.
Okay. Well, I guess because you have to concentrate on that, right? Rhythmic redirection?
No.
No? Okay.
I can't do other dance steps, but I don't have to concentrate.
Gotcha. I'm thinking of an older version. But that being said, wow, that's actually good D8 damage. Hang on. 24 points of slashing damage.
It hurts.
The second attack against the Handmaiden will hit. Less good, but still painful. 16 points of slashing damage to her. Another attack against Martel. It is going to hit.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Incredibly average. 16 points.
Okay.
The fourth attack against the Handmaiden. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Natural 19. Yep. That's gonna do it. 9. 7. Lots of damage. That's there. The Handmaiden is what we would consider bloodied. But guess what? He's not done. And he's just gonna keep doing it, because he's here. He's here for it. Just 4 more attacks because.
Can I use my free action to taunt him?
You can try. Sure, go ahead. How are you gonna?
Here, you slick-tongued, savage-toothed, ugly monstrosity!
Please make an intimidation check.
Oh wow, that's an 18 plus whatever my intimidation is, which isn't great. But
I mean, your charisma score is not bad.
21.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me see. Let me see how he feels about you. You know what? He doesn't like you. After cutting into the Handmaiden Martel, he whirls and immediately flies over to you. He will provoke 2 attacks of opportunity, however, for what it is worth.
Okie dokie.
He will resist the cantrip from the Handmaiden.
I mean, it's a modified 20 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
No. Haha! Yes! A full 10 damage!
All right.
Magical piercing. Whip attack.
He flies over, the whip streaks across its back, over its tattered wings, piercing parts of its armor, and you're just watching as this trail of dark, tar-like blood is falling in its wake. When it lands, it has a moment where it's sort of staggered, like it's almost on its last legs. And then you watch as all of its skin, this dark purple brownish skin, is suddenly crackling and turning black as if it's been lit on fire from within. The armor melts off of its body, running down its arms, and melds over its forearms, its hands, and its long swords, creating these two huge, massive, curved scimitar-like blades.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
But
So
evil.
either of these. So yeah. So it's got these two huge curved, like, honestly, they're closer to like falcata. If you're familiar with them, they're big curved cavalry weapons. They're Indian, I believe. They're very cool. And they're made out of the melted armor, which it's like this gold brass color. But it's all like melted and very unworked, but incredibly razor sharp. And it's just all of its armor has now been melted off of itself onto its arms. So, you know, its AC might be a little lower, but you think it's gonna hurt a lot more. And Hasvard is on the other side of this. So, Hasvard, it's gonna make 4 attacks against you now with its new rage and weapons.
I love it. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
The
At
first one is a crit.
disadvantage.
The first one is a crit.
Both?
I rolled a 19 and a 20, and it crits
Okay.
on 19s now.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt.
Yes. So the flat damage is 34. 34. Hang on, gotta do math. 34 plus 7, 41. Plus 8, 49. 49 points of force damage. As it cuts into you
used
with such...
My reaction and cut it in half.
That's smart. The blades strike out at such speed and ferocity, they're almost impossible to perceive. And there is a ripple in the wake of the attacks. Second attack.
So that would be 25, 24.
40, 49. We round down here, 24.
24. So
It rolled low, but I still think it hits you. 19?
Oh yeah. I've got the lowest AC in the party. Next
No,
to
you
probably
don't.
Tajira.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go. 13 and 23 points of force damage.
Okay.
Third attack. 28.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Starting off real strong. All right. 19 plus 10, 29.
Cool.
Cool. Well, still good. Still good. Yeah. Is Hasbard here for it?
Like technically, yep.
Oh, okay. Fourth attack. You actually are going to dip out of the third one with it's going to roll a 13. Yeah.
I'm bloodied.
All right. Well, that's what it does. That's what it does. Martel.
Oh, I was also at 18 due to the fact we were buddy copped, but that didn't matter. Sorry, go ahead.
It actually.
What is Martel going to do? Seeing as Hasvard has drawn its ire, Martel is going to step away from the handmaiden, move over here, and actually physically dance with Lithian for a nice change of pace, and do what we have all come to know and love.
Social
Give Lithian an extra action.
It's groovy.
It's a groovy gyration.
It's so groovy.
Martel invented disco.
Oh, why?
No, you now have an action subtracted from you. Martel worked really hard on disco.
Well, actually, hold on. Sorry, I need to double check something.
Checking.
No. She's going to follow up her dance step with the prop attack. An attempt to bewilder it. That's not the roll, because Anyways, that 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wondrous. Okay, and she will make. I mean, she just watched Hasvard get the crap kicked out of him. She'll make Hasvard appear as a friend to this creature.
Okay.
Until the end of my next turn.
Alrighty.
And that'll end Martel's turn.
Okay. Snow just thinks it's better to stay where she is. She's just gonna, do what ain't broken. Which is shoot it twice with arrows from a very far away. Nice. Math. Lithian.
I am going to smack him with my axe. And before the first attack, I'm going to expend a spell, a slot of Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
29.
The 29 will hit.
Um, 18 points of damage. 2 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Wisdom
again.
save. That it crushes.
Of course.
It's not. It's really like it's difficult to make this creature afraid of it.
Crazy.
It's one of those guys.
Second attack, 21 to hit.
Actually, a strength save before we get into that.
That's easy.
We hope.
A lot. 25.
All right, you're fine.
The 21 to hit the second.
Yeah, that'll hit.
13 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
3, thank you, Martel. Also a 21 to hit.
We got to back up once more for the strength save.
No, we don't. It's illegal. 27.
Okay. I'm going to insist, but I feel you.
That's fine.
But I have to insist.
Yeah, it's fine. Best stat with advantage. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 21 on the second, or third.
Yep.
And 11 points of damage on that. Ooh, that one's a low. That's a 19.
Was that the save or the hit?
That was the save.
Okay. Finally, it happens to somebody.
God damn it, me? Really?
Yeah. It's funny. In its other form, you would have succeeded. In this form, the DC is higher. And it is meant to be very difficult. Just happened to be the barbarian smacking him a bunch. Anyway, the weapon becomes stuck. Literally implanted in it as its tar-like blood has now sort of adhered to it. If you stay holding onto the weapon, you would be considered grappled. You can try to free it as an action, by making a strength check next turn.
Fun.
Had to happen to somebody.
Yeah. The one who uses actual weapons.
Yeah.
So I have a semantics question.
Yeah.
Because Martel's dancing with her and she has an action, can she use that action to pull it free?
No, she was already into the second action.
Yeah.
This was the third attack, so the second action's already been
this
expended.
is the third
Otherwise,
one.
normally, yes.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That makes sense.
My allowed
So
one.
I do have a further semantics question. I
Continue.
apologize, but a grapple and breaking a grapple are attack actions, aren't they?
If if Lithian holds on to the weapon, she would be considered grapple.
Okay,
But she can just choose
I
to
see what's going on.
let go
That's
of
my
it.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah. And that being said, just for reference, because you threw Bloodseeker at it previously and it struck him, it stuck in him as well.
I kind of figured that.
Okay. Just thought I'd catch up to that in case the question got asked soon.
So do I still have one attack left? Like, can I hit him? Like, actually hit him?
If you want to risk getting your fist stuck in him, absolutely. That's a fun sentence to say.
I'm going to do this reckless. This is where I go reckless.
Oh, okay.
26 to
Yeah,
hit.
you're gonna hit him. His AC is much lower now. It's not like like he's not wearing plate armor anymore.
What is that? 8 points of damage? I think that's right.
Question mark?
No, that doesn't sound right. God, I don't.
So I mean, the damage should be, if you have dice you roll plus your
Yeah.
strength, and if CJ allows it and considers your fist a weapon, plus your rage damage.
I would.
Okay, yeah, so 8.
Okay. And a strength save?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. My fist is stuck.
Oh no!
I rolled a 5 and a 7.
Oh no. Just wow. It's your fist is just inside this man bodily.
Oh no.
Wow, this turned out interesting.
Yep. Alright, I guess I end my turn. I can't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, this shouldn't be so funny, but it kind of is. Tajira.
Tiziana is going to try hold monster again.
Sure. Come here, Sharkbite. Where'd you go? There you are. Troublesome little dice.
Gotta succeed.
No, it's a natural 17.
God.
So, it's a natural 17 plus 6, so 23.
All right. So this is an interesting question.
I might have an interesting answer.
Since someone's got their hands stuck inside this creature, if I cast Sanctuary on her, would that even matter?
Yes, he would still have to make wisdom saves to not attack her.
That's okay, because I was wondering if he was attached somehow. Okay.
No. Like,
So-
would the sanctuary also apply to him? No.
So she's gonna get close enough, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. To cast as a bonus action, she's gonna quicken the spell for 2 sorcery points.
You have to quicken sanctuary?
It is a bonus action. Never mind. I didn't realize it wasn't a bonus action. All right. So yeah, Sanctuary. I'll just put it in chat for you.
Who you putting it on?
Lithian.
Okay. know there's a sanctuary thing somewhere in here. We just don't see it all.
It would be nice if they had the symbols you could put in the spell itself.
Yeah, well, it's because the symbols didn't have like set actual markers for particular, like in particular 5th edition. They're completely separate entities. But yes, it would be nice if you could upload an image or something, or like you can cast. Anyway, we'll talk about virtual tabletop.
That is her turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and mutation. She's got tentacle arms again.
Oh yay! Just over there, Zoidberging it.
It's not a tentacle mouth.
I hate you.
The Handmaiden still just slow and steady wins this banishment race, I think. He's got a no. Wow, he rolled a critical this time.
Oh,
All right, I guess
he
it's
does not want to go back.
no. He really doesn't. All right, fine. I guess I won't keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing it, but who's in a like the bonus action doesn't really help anyone here. The person again, everybody gets one. Don't forget, Lithian, you also have a D12 Bardic Inspiration dice. You could roll for ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls.
Well,
Asvard.
but
Bard, who is friendly with the creature, is going to walk over here and then hold his action to sneak attack once Martel's turn starts.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Clever.
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna get here. Just gonna get right here, and it's going to attack Lithian a lot. I feel like that's just yeah. I feel like this is what's going on. I have to roll so many d20s right now. Okay, it's gonna succeed. A natural 19. It's going to crit.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna make. I'm gonna make notes. So I'm just gonna. We're gonna do these all at once because I literally have to roll so many of these. Okay. Actually, it will fail the second one on Sanctuary. It has to attack Martel. I mean, upside of Sanctuary, it just has to change its target.
Yep.
Choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Okay.
Does it not consider Martel as a friend?
No, it charmed you. Or Martel charmed it on you. You know what I'm saying. It's very it's going to hit.
You're right.
Martel.
She did a dance step with Lithian, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then just a hit.
Yeah.
Another Wisdom save, which it will succeed. Hit. It's 3 attacks. This is 4. It succeeded. And a 21, which will hit.
Oh,
so all four of its attacks hits. I'm just gonna roll Martel's damage real quick to get it out of the way.
Sure.
Ooh, okay, that's a good start. Okay, it evened out because aggressively average dice. I rolled a 12 and then a 1, so 13 plus 10, 23.
23.
I need to make Hasvard feel bad for a second. Had you stayed buddy capped with me, that last one wouldn't have hit.
It's
Ooh.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna do I'm gonna get all the flat numbers together real quick.
It's
And
my
now
turn this time, Lithian. It's my turn.
Roll. How many? I have to roll so many. 10 plus 10, 20 plus 12, 32 plus 10, 42 plus 6, 48 plus 12. I can't make this crap up. 60 plus 54.
Brutal.
And the bad news to all of this is that it's force damage.
Oh.
So 114 points of force damage. as it literally rips into you. And Mark.
Less so, Martel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want the really
know
bad
what?
news now?
Next
What?
turn.
It has another turn.
So I really hate to be that person,
Uh-huh.
but I have to.
Yeah.
I did reckless. Did you roll with advantage?
It's been rolling with advantage since it went to its berserker state. Don't worry.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
good. We're good. It seems to have made great leaps and bounds with you. It's going to continue hurting Lithium a lot more. The good news is it has to keep doing the sanctuary dance. So, okay, it crit on the sanctuary dance, so it's gonna hit Lithium again with a 22. It's gonna start a new list of hits.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, it's gonna succeed. And it's gonna hit. Just so I know, how much life do you have?
33.
Okay, I'm actually gonna stop there because he could roll high enough to just knock you unconscious into attack. 6. So 16. Second attack. I rolled a 1. 16 plus 1, 17 plus 10, 27. That's what the first two attacks are.
Not quite. I'm still up there.
Well, third attack. It's gonna succeed on the wisdom save, just barely. 12.
I tried to save you.
And it crit on the attack.
Oh,
So 34, 11, 44, plus 9, 53.
oh, relentless rage, friend. And I succeeded, so I'm at 1 hit point.
It's surprised. It attacks you again.
No.
It will succeed on the sanctuary dice. It'll crit you again.
Relentless rage.
Yeah, but you're on 1, so keep going.
I succeeded. I got
Yeah.
1.
All right. Let's go.
Runs out of turns or runs? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Speaking of running out of turns, it's done finally after 8 attacks on the Lithian,
Oh my god.
who is still somehow standing.
Because I'm amazing.
Martel.
Martel. She can't dance with Lithian. So instead, she's going to move up here and start dancing with the handmaiden, if the handmaiden will let her, with Asvard if the handmaiden refuses.
No, she'll allow it.
Alright, cool. And Martel is going to do Tantalizing Tango. And that should get all of my allies. They are all within 60 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a performance check. Atta girl. All of you get 28 temporary hit points.
Wow.
That's a really good ability.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Hey, do I get that attack?
It's-
Was it at the end or was it at the start or the end of Martel's turn?
He said at the end of Martel's turn.
Whatever you want.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
No, that is not how that works.
I was just throwing the reminder out there because I didn't exactly.
which Martel will. You know what? Why not? She's gonna kick it with some shoe knife. No, she's not.
Are you
She's
sure?
Smart. Martel's smart enough to not do that.
You just don't see Lithian going. And you're sure kicking it's not a bad. Come on.
Yeah,
Live wildly.
I rethought that. Martel's whole thing is dancing. Can you imagine? No, she's not going to do anything else. That's the end of Martel's turn.
Okay. Now Hasvard's reaction will trigger.
Thanks. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. So it starts off with 11 plus my 5 for dexterity, so 16. And then we roll sneak attack damage. $19 points of sneak attack damage.
Nice. What was the total then?
31.
Okay, that's about it.
And then I roll my strength check.
Yes. You roll strength save.
Yes, and I get an 18.
Your weapon is now lodged inside of the creature.
Cool.
If you remain holding on to it, you will be considered grappled.
Does that give it advantage on attacks?
No. It reduces your speed to 0.
Cool. I use a bonus action to.
It is not your
disengage.
turn. It is not your turn.
Oh,
That was a
you're right.
reaction.
You're right. Sorry, I got.
Speaking of reactions, you struck it and it doesn't like you. It's going to use its reaction to attack you.
Speaking of reactions.
A 22.
We all know it hits.
Okay. All right, my D12 is hot tonight. It's super hot. 11 plus 8 is 19 plus 10, 29 points of force damage.
Thanks for that. And temporary HP. It's all gone.
It's good for one, and it might just save some people's lives.
Everybody gets one. Okay. Well, that was the end of Martel's turn. What an action-packed turn that was.
All
Snow.
right.
Jeez.
Snow doesn't really like what's going on, but is seeing one of those scenarios where, oh, all the people I'm escorting might die. It's good I'm all the way over here.
Oh dear.
One arrow is going to hit. Yep. Whopping 11 points of damage. Lithian. The angriest Tafakari in the north.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm grappled.
As long as you're holding on to one of your weapons, yes. Oh, actually, no, your fist is in him. Never mind, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I forgot about that hilarious fact.
I'm super grappled. Yeah, so I'm grappled. My weapons are grappled. I'm going to take this action to activate the Ring of Invulnerability.
Oh, yeah, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. And I can't fucking move, and I have one action, so that's it.
Alrighty then. Exciting
I will just
turn.
yell at him, keep his attention on me, and just like yell at his face.
Mm-hmm. The Jira.
We're going for the long shot. We're going for the long shot.
Oh.
I don't know if this is gonna work at all. So I'm going to use distance spell to change plane shift into a ranged attack,
30-foot range. Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to hit it with a spell attack.
Yep. This is how this works. I think. Hang on.
Which is
Banish an unwilling target. Choose a creature within your reach. Make a melee spell attack. Yep.
so that is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna hit. All right. Let me make its charisma save. It's been hot on these all night though. Fair warning.
I know. This is why it's such a long shot.
The handmaiden has literally failed every attempt at doing this. Oh, that's an interesting question to ask, Kyle.
It is an interesting question to ask,
Uh-huh.
especially because the wording in the spell is that people holding hands.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
All right. This adventure is going different places than I thought.
Okay.
You know what? Don't have to worry. It succeeded. Natural 16. Plus 7. So 23.
I've never been so happy.
Good news is all of you weren't sent to whatever outer plane that Tajira was thinking of.
Tajira, the cat people aren't allowed to leave us to die.
Well, it was actually the opposite way around, technically speaking.
Yeah, technically, you were leaving us for you guys to die. That's what was happening there.
Man, I actually kind of wish that would have worked. That would have been really interesting to see where that all went.
Crazy event.
I was going to ask before I said
But you didn't. But now we know.
No. So you would have ruled that they would have gone with that thing.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Damn. Okay, so banishment's probably not a great idea either.
No, banishment actually would only banish it.
Yeah, it's like banishment
The
works
spells,
differently.
the spells works differently. Speaking of different spells, do you have anything else to do?
Nope, that's it. She's done.
Okay. And Maiden, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 5th level spell slot. Running out of spell slots.
The plan is broke. It's broken so many times.
Math. Math is hard. 8 plus 7, 15.
Yep.
That is actually a failure. And the tar spawn blips out of existence.
Did it. You did it.
And all you do is see that the handmaiden is holding a small sphere of light gold magic. It's humming in her hand. The concentration of the spell.
Are my weapons gone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait,
Bring
even
it
the ones
back.
we're holding on to?
You were holding on to yours. Lithian was fist stuck. So, like-
Oh.
Yeah.
Can
Wow.
please? We can prepare all however we want, but like, we need to bring that back.
It is only gone for a minute, if I believe that is correct.
No.
For 1 hour, and if I leave it there for an hour, it will not return.
Well, if we heal quickly in whatever ways we can, we might be able to face it.
I do not know what else I can do to it. The fireball was not effective, and every spell I tried would not work.
It seemed as if, as a whole, we were losing this exchange. Do not think bringing the creature back in its enraged state is a wise decision.
We will almost certainly die.
But by the end of that, like where it was at the point where it was banished, did it look rough around the edges?
It was dripping blood from every possible orifice. But it was also so disregarded of its own well-being in lieu of literally killing you. It melted its own armor and grafted it onto itself to make bigger weapons. You think it was in the phase of berserker suicide mode.
Martel just looks at everybody and says, I believe it would be wise for us to steel ourselves, because I think Lithian is right. We need her weapon back.
Agreed.
To win future fights, it needs to come back. So out of character, as Martel says, steel yourselves, CJ has a super cool mechanic that lets us take a short rest, I believe, in the span of 10 minutes, in exchange for
Level of exhaustion.
a level of exhaustion.
I have a different suggestion, considering the fact that
Heroic rally.
Lithian's minute is not up of her invulnerability. If all of us run and hide quickly and let her be here when it's summoned back, she could still have at least 10 different rounds of combat of invulnerability. Maybe not 10, but like at this point, like maybe 7, to be able to take it down while being invulnerable. Like that is also an option.
Yeah.
Because if we wait the 10 minutes, her invulnerability is gone, and we're gonna have to take the brunt of the damage period anyways.
I'm just saying, 1 minute goes by real quick when you're talking.
Yep.
And that's why I was rushing. I just didn't want to interrupt Ben.
No, Martel just shakes her head and says, "You hide if you need to. I'm going to stand and fight."
I will stand over here. Bring it back then, I suppose.
Like, I don't know.
Is this one weapon really worth risking life and limb over?
Yes. You don't have to risk yours. You can
I
go
do
and
not
hide.
plan on it. Very well.
Martel just smiles and says, "Yes."
I'm popping a 2nd level healing potion.
She just looks at Lithian and says, "Would you rather have the time of invulnerability, or for us to steal ourselves?"
I don't know. I think that's not. I'm fine. I can take the thing. But that's up to you.
Considering the amount of time that's wasted, Martel just shakes her head and says, "Give us 10 minutes.
Alright, in that case, I will not drink the potion.
You guys have spoken an awful lot for having only 60 seconds.
That's
Yeah,
why
we're done.
Martel thinks about the time wasted and goes, "No, let's just do it this way."
Again, I tried to rush it. There's not much else. Okay, we'll take the 10 minutes and we just do it like a short rest like normal with a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's.
Alright, time to eat
If you have short rest abilities or things of that nature, you get it back, and then you can roll hit dice as normal.
Martel does go off and hide.
Tizira will not do the steal herself.
Alright. I am ready with.
I think I'm also good to go.
Yeah, Tizira's ready.
Bum, bum, bum. Bam.
Handmaiden is prepared.
Martel prepares by, well, once she's done what I said to you, CJ, I guess her held action or whatever is to dance with Lithian.
I would
Give
like
her
my
Yeah, so
the
basically,
opportunity to do more actions.
what happens in this, as has happened in many D&D games all across the internet, the person that has banished a creature is going to hold it there until everyone is in the position they want, and everyone's going to give me a held action with the condition of when it reappears, I do this thing, and it's all going to flood inwards on it at once when it pops back into existence. And you just hope and pray that you manage to kill it.
Or
It
we'll
was-
have to keep fighting.
Where was it again?
Yeah, right there.
And I'm going to take the hide action. And then wait and
Yeah.
stab it.
I will need a stealth number from you.
30.
Hopefully that matters.
It won't. I'm just gonna stab it when it comes through, obviously. I just wanted to stealth because it makes me feel good.
So are we allowed a held action?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Everyone holds
Okay.
an action, and then once everyone's told me what it is when the handmaiden just goes, "Here it comes," and releases the spell, and it pops back.
Okay, so Tajira's going to use confusion as soon as it appears.
Okay.
No,
right.
nix that. She's going to use hold monster.
Okay.
It's another
You
crapshoot.
still got spell slots left for that?
I do. I used up 5 sorcery points for that one.
Yeah. Something sorcerers can do, and that's handy.
Very.
All right, so a hold monster from Tajira, a stab from Hasvard. I'm going to
Martel's
assume,
just disco dancing.
yeah, Martel's going to give Lithian 2 actions, and I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say Lithian's going to attack him a bunch.
Yeah, I'm going to hybrid tiger and hold some fun attacks.
Okay. Well, once everyone's ready, Handmaid looks around and releases the spell, much to her dismay. And the raging creature stuck with weapons and arrows reappears. And everyone's reactions trigger.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. And for those, I guess really, you melee fighters, please do not forget to roll a strength save after the first attack. See if any more people get any more things stuck inside of it.
33 damage for me.
Okay. Here.
And I'm stuck.
Both of your weapons are now stuck.
Oh,
Wait, I was still gripping the other one, so it did go with him, though?
Oh, you were holding on to it? Then,
Yeah.
well, actually. Make a... Yeah, you know what? Make another strength save to see if you could have held onto it when he got yanked.
But I guess a 14 ain't good enough.
It ain't good.
Right. Well, then I got my other sword stuck.
Okay.
But since I'm grappled anyways, I put my other hand onto the other sword.
Okay, so now you're just hanging on to him like a really creepy rock wall.
Yep. So because there's grapples are attacks, do I get to try and pull one off since they're finesse weapons and I get 2 attacks? Or
It
no?
requires an action to try to remove a weapon,
Okay.
and it is a strength check.
Great.
Because you are only considered grapple when hanging on to it, and so you're not trying to break a grapple. You're trying to remove the weapon. To remove the weapon requires an action to make a strength check to pull it.
Okay, that sorry, thank you. I fully understand now. And I'm guessing it's my turn then?
No, because everyone's reactions are still triggering.
I get you. My bad.
At this point, we're mostly waiting on Lithium.
Yeah, silly question. Do I get 1 attack or do I get 4? What's the deal? I don't-
So this is the thing where it's weird because it's a held action that you use a reaction to do. You technically can't hold 2 actions. You can only hold 1 action, and I don't like only giving people 1 attack on like things like that. 'Cause I think like why unnecessarily gimp martial classes more. So you can get 2 attacks, but you can't get 2 actions.
Cool,
Well,
cool.
can I throw a little bit of a curveball in there then?
Try me.
All that's required for the spell to end is for her to drop concentration, which she can do
Yes.
at any time. Can we
Yes.
do it on Lithian's turn?
Or on
Yeah.
Martell's.
So that Lithian can have 4 attacks?
You know what? Yeah.
Or 4, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
allow it. Yeah, that's
I would suggest starting it on Martell's
Thank you.
turn instead of starting it on Lithian's, just because that would help us the most in the full turn situation.
why?
Is that too meta?
It works out exactly the same.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Martel would do the same thing, and then it would be Lithian's turn.
No, we have somebody with a bow and arrow. I know he doesn't do much, but it's still something. Sorry.
Well,
That's like,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, that's fine. I guess she would still just use the singular action.
She's still using a reaction to shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Starting it on her turn would just lose the
Yeah.
reaction. Like, it's the same thing. It's no matter what, it's the same thing.
Okay.
all right. Well,
Thank you,
because
Sam.
I'm using all my natural weapons, I actually do 6 attacks.
So, sorry, another question. Does my spell, since it was held, take precedence first?
It appears
go.
on Lithian's turn. Yes, it would. Hold monster would kick because, yes, the reactions occur as it happens. Lithian will then get her turn where she has 2 actions to it.
Yeah. So,
So
just
wisdom
whiz
save.
save.
Let's see how well this holds out. Natural 17.
Again. Okay.
It is not paralyzed. And just to clarify, I think Lithian, you get 5 attacks, not 6. Because I think it takes a bonus action for the extra claw attack.
does it? You're
I
right.
thought.
You're right. It does.
Okay, so it's 5.
You're right.
Wait, so you know how this goes. Roll to hit, roll damage, strength save, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Roll to hit was like a 26.
Yeah,
Strength
I
save
can't
was like-
possibly imagine you guys missing.
Strength save was a 27.
Yep, okay.
So damage on the first. These are. Where's my fucking? So many tabs open. First one is a claw attack. I would not be raging still.
You can start.
It's
though.
your turn. You could have
You can
opened up by
bonus
rage.
action rage.
Yeah.
I could bonus action rage, or I could take another attack.
Oh, true. Good point. So you either get 5 attacks or 4 attacks in rage. I think rage is the better
Your choice.
Not,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I withhold my input. I'm not playing.
Go ahead and make the attack. So 10 damage on the first one.
Okay.
Bite for the second one. That's a 27 to hit.
Okay.
And a also 27 strength save.
Okay. It would have been hilarious had you got your face stuck, though. Continue.
She did not learn her lesson.
No, it does not taste good either. It's like licking hot asphalt.
14 points of damage on that one, and technically needs to make a wisdom save. I don't know, maybe.
Sure. What's the wisdom save for?
The lycanthropy.
Oh, the con save. No, it no, it won't affect it. Do you want to make the situation worse?
Yes. 25 to hit on the third one.
Yeah.
With a 22 strength save.
You're fine.
That's another claw. So that 11 points of damage on that one. Number 4 with my bite. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Modified 20 strength save.
Oh, you just succeed. I'm so sad.
Oh, thank God.
I really wanted you to get your face stuck.
15 points of damage there, and the last one is a claw. That is a 29 to hit. And a 21 save.
Yep.
12 points of damage for that.
Nice. 9 lives.
Indeed. All right. That's it. I'm done.
It's still standing.
Yeah.
It is just... You've completely eviscerated all of your claw marks of rage across it. It is just oozing ichor. But against it all, it is still standing. Ajira.
All right, so one sorcery point to make. Actually, it's two to make enhance pain a bonus action, and I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
So
Intelligence save?
Yeah.
It rolled kind of poorly. For it. Yes, it will fail.
All right, so now it's going. Now I'm going to try the mind whip.
Wow.
And then, sorry, it's just taking a little bit to find it.
Rinse.
So it's yes, please.
Also a failure.
All right, so 3d6 plus 3d12.
Nice.
I do hate to outgame our own party here, but fair is fair. You implied that it doesn't feel pain. Heightening its sense of pain, would that even work?
I see what you're doing. I have it considered.
Okay. So long
Thank
as
you.
you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I made that
I
statement
tried
early
to
on.
be fair.
Yeah, I made that statement early on, gesturing
I got
towards a concept of it. Yeah, don't worry.
So long as you know what you're doing, then
Yes,
we're good.
most of the time. Most of the time, I like to think I do.
So it's a total of 29 psychic,
Okay.
and yes, it's pretty much all it can do. So that's the end of your turn.
All right. You watch as you see psychic ripples work its way across its abdomen and shoulders and chest, as it is literally just being assaulted on all sides. Quite unhappy. The handmaiden. Oh, put banishment back into her pocket because people didn't like when that worked.
We loved that it worked.
It was just an unfortunate moment.
Doesn't really know anything else that's super useful. You know what? Sure, she'll give us a shot. Although, actually, no, she rolled a very high intelligence check about this creature. She knows that's not gonna. Flustered, she's just going to send another harmonic tune to it and try to harm it. It will succeed. Never mind.
It's okay.
Asvard.
Alright, bonus action, disengage. Pull out my hand crossbow that I went and picked up.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Cool. And now with my sneak attack and all of that lovely things, I'm going to roll that first. So base damage before sneak attack is 9. And then it's 18, 28, 32, and then one more is 35.
Okay. I just need to clarify, your hand crossbow is non-magical.
Non-magical.
The arrow strikes it. The tar bleeding from its body overcomes the bolt. It does not seem to have acknowledged the damage. But then again, it hasn't really acknowledged much of the damage at all.
I'm hoping that it took at least half damage. And
Doesn't
then
look
I'm
like it
gonna
particularly cared about it. Hard to say.
move that way. That's valid. I don't have any more magic items.
Well, its turn.
does any of the effects of Mind Whip take hold?
And it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. On its turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It gets only one of the three. On a successful save, the target takes half as much. Oh, I mean, yes, it will. It will elect to move.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it really is.
That's terrifying.
Yep. Lithian, you want that attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I do. 24 to hit.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
God, let me not my claws stay out of him. Oh, okay, we're good. Modified 20.
We're gonna have a really funny moment where it flies away with Lithian stuck inside of him.
Then we could buddy cop.
Oh, that was good. 13 points of damage.
Okay. It is going to fly over to Tajira for this turn. And then on its next turn, it's going to attack Tajira 4 times.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's suddenly, it's, like, it was like, Lithian doesn't seem like a great target, and all these spellcasters are a huge nuisance.
So I'm gonna proc shield just in reaction.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to do it when it's gonna hit you anyway. And it's gonna hit you, because your AC is abysmal.
Yeah.
18 with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good news is the first one will miss because of the shield. The second one's gonna hit regardless of the shield.
Yeah.
Third one's gonna hit regardless of the shield. And you know what I'm gonna say at this point.
just do your little addition.
I am 5 plus 12 plus 1, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 5, 21 plus 2. I rolled really poorly. 23. And then of course the modifier plus 30. So 53 points of force damage.
Whew, could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
I was pretty sure I was down. Thank goodness.
And that's its turn. Had I rolled average on the d12, I might have downed you with the 3 attacks.
I was expecting it. I was totally expecting that.
Did that include your 28 hit points from before?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Just seeing if it had more things it was doing. Yeah, Martel is going to look at this thing, see it seeming to fall apart, seeming to be falling apart. What she guesses might be blood oozing out of it. She's gonna bet everything on Lithian taking this thing down. Bam.
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
Pretty much. And Martel's also going to move to here.
Okay.
And then, is Hasvard hiding?
No.
Nope.
Did I not see Hasvard? Okay, then Martel will buddy cop with Hasvard if he would
Yes,
like.
please.
And that'll be the end of Martel. No!
No?
She's doing a dance step. She's going to use a prop attack.
Okay.
Bam. Yeah, just putting it in for the reminder. Rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, it's not amazing. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Then hooray!
Yeah, with its armor melted, he's very easy to hit.
Oh, that's very exciting. She's going to make it perceive Tajira as a friend.
Woo.
You know, in the off chance Lithian doesn't murder it.
That is important. Snow
All
misses
right,
both
that'll
arrows.
be the end.
Surprising. When you roll a 1 and a 3. Lithian, the cat of the hour.
I only have one action, right? Martel didn't.
No, Martel did.
Oh no.
You've
Okay.
got
Okay.
2 actions.
Cool. So I'm going to bonus action rage.
There it is.
And then I'm going to pounce on this damn thing and try and grapple it
Nice.
Oh, change of pace.
like a dummy. I'm gonna try and grapple the thing that wants to hold on to me.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. We're gonna see where that goes.
16 strength save.
Oh, yes, it. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a gigantic number. 27.
It was worth a shot. Anyway, I'm going to roll my attack. 20 something, 22. On the boost. On my bite because I'm right there. My face is there. 11 points of damage. Oh god, where's the die?
Don't get your
I made
face
the
stuck.
strength save.
Okay, good.
Thank god. Okay.
Damn. I don't want your face.
Second attack, 29 to hit.
Yep,
For
gonna
a
hit.
club. 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh wait, I'm not adding my rage. So plus another 6 total.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Hard. Okay. Still alive. Looking real bad.
I will stay where I'm at.
You have 2 more attacks. Do you have another action?
I thought my pounce was a full action.
Is it? That was not my understanding. I thought it was an enhancement to a melee attack.
You're right. It is. Never mind.
I like being right.
So it should be 1 more attack, though. Because she pounced and then did 2 attacks.
Ah, yeah.
1 more attack.
23 to hit with my bite. Rolling great on these. 12 points of damage. No, 18 points of damage.
Oh, that's a good number.
All right, then now I'm done.
Lithian, finally, after 3 hours, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god. I want to not learn from my lesson and literally just like shred his face off with my bite attack.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is totally not gonna come back to bite you, I guess.
No.
Big old mouthful of tar.
Yeah, I'm just imagining when she polymorphs back into normal Lithian, it's just like
And this is why I brought good liquor.
yeah. I don't know if any of you have ever played this game. It's an old Nintendo favorite of mine. Oh geez, I forgot the name of the game. I literally go out of my way to make this reference and I completely Bloody Roar. Wow, there we go.
Oh.
It is a fighting game where the fighters can transform into hybrid animal forms. And they all have really sweet finisher moves. I really imagine this is just Yugo, where Lithian just continues to claw and tear and shred this thing until it is literally nothing more than just sprays across the snow. Like she makes this weird, incredibly malformed, mildly disgusting, but oddly beautiful, like black star pattern in the snow from just how badly she eviscerates the remains of this thing. And also covers herself in an equal amount of very thick, nasty tar.
Martell is backing away from this carnage, not
With-
with any
yeah,
bar
with-
on her outfit.
All the various weapons from the party being scattered about during the process.
Tizira will just like step back.
I think it is dead.
I do think we should search it.
Yes, but I think it is.
She tries to pat her on the back or something.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Lithian.
Like trying to pat a blender without a lid on it. Like,
Yeah. I know.
It is dead.
Suffice to say, Lithian, you are just covered in this thing's gore. You ever seen an oil spill? How they're trying to clean like ducks? Yeah, that's that's the difficulty of getting this off of you at this point.
Martel, avoiding this disgusting mess, is going to go up to the handmaiden and put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Thank you for trusting me."
Of course, Princess, is what I am required to do while I am here. I can only air my grievances, but after that, if decision is made otherwise, I will follow the orders.
No. Martel just kind of rolls her shoulders and says, "Well, hopefully it turns into less that you're obligated and more that we can trust each other. That is what I would like."
Then we will take strides towards building trust. For now, we should tend to the wounds of your companions.
Yes, that I think is a good idea.
And Hazard, please make your investigation check to see if you pull any bits or bobs out of our tar spawn friend.
Does a crit with my investigation of 33.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. So, you know, there's something we said. There's not a whole lot of them to really like search through like a person might. So you're kind of going through the various streak marks that Lithian have left behind of him. You find pieces and chunks of his armor, which is mostly just all completely ruined now, given his weird berserker transition phase where he melted it all. There's pretty much nothing usable left of his actual equipment. But he did have a series of small belt pouches that he wore around his waist. And you managed to find one of them, which is mostly destroyed. It's only partially intact, and tucked inside is a tiny little, I want to call it a black pearl, but it isn't solid. In its center, it looks like it has a small little swirling galaxy.
cool. I'll keep it in the little bag and tie it to my pouch for now.
No, there is no bag. It's like a scrap of leather that was covering it.
Oh. I'll put it into one of my I'll put it into one of my own little bags then.
Yeah. Let's say, yeah, I'm not gonna take away Lithian's bestial ferocity. There is literally not a single thing left intact from this general.
That's amazing.
Everything's gone.
Is that including his 2 scimitars that you talked about?
He wore so the scimitars were facsimile of scimitars. Like, he was wielding broadswords initially, and then when his armor melted off of his head and his torso, it went down its forearms and covered them, making gigantic scimitar blades with the broadswords inside. The weapons.
Yeah, we can't carry those. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to anyway. They're very, just again, very rough shot. It's like literally melted metal in the shape of a sword. And then something about the power of this creature was giving them strength. They're really just melted hunks of metal. It was not the weapons that were extraordinary. It was the creature. I mean, if you could have recovered the broadswords, they weren't terrible to make, but they're pretty well difficult to.
No, I'm good without acid-covered swords.
That being said, you stand on the other side of what was an incredibly difficult fight. Uncertain as to what this creature and its minions were protecting here. Many of you severely wounded, maybe a couple of egos humbled. But we'll see next week if you what you find or may stumble upon. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
We all get a point of exhaustion. Yay!
And you all get a point of exhaustion. Hooray!
I didn't do
If
it.
you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you did the short rest, you get a point of exhaustion.
Well, thanks for hanging out, chat. Love you guys. Mwah.
Yeah. We had people chilling with us all night. It was super.
Yeah.
Green.
That being said, that fight went surprisingly dangerous.
I thought
feel
it was
like-
going so well.
I feel like if she didn't get the banishment off, it was going to go very poorly for people very quickly.
Agree.
I strongly agree. That banishment was huge.
Like, again, we did a lot of heavy damage fast early, which was great, but we also weren't able to tank it like we hoped.
Well, yeah, it was odd. Like, funny thing is, I've had this creature. I did not build it to beat some of the party's strengths. It was just exceptionally good at beating some of the party's strengths. Like the fact that its berserker form dealt force damage, which makes Lithian's damage resistances less significant. The fact that it's magic resistant, so it's very difficult to hit with spells that you could otherwise use to cripple it. The fact that it was a single target enemy and it did so well actually speaks a lot to how it happened to find itself in a favorable position against the group.
And, all the crits you rolled.
Yeah, and all the crits you guys rolled.
Yeah.
Hasward literally hit it in one round for about half its life. It's actually the reason why it went into its berserker state.
Yay.
So,
I
yeah.
had to say what your shirt likes. It's an intense story.
Yes, that's what this
That's
shirt
what
is.
This shirt seems to like.
Yes, it is this intensity, which I like. I like knowing I got a shirt in my closet for that. But yeah, I mean, oh, man, we can sit here and talk about this all night. But yeah, that's it. You guys are at the end of this. We're gonna come back here to this map next week because clearly you guys can see there was a bunch of stuff in this lake. Your characters don't know that yet, but maybe you'll find out. Because there is more than just the monster fight to this map. There are secrets. It was guarding something. Maybe someone asks the question, what was it, and do you want to find out? And if not, then we'll hop along back to our adventure roadmap and see where you guys go. Otherwise, that's it. We're done. We're going home, everybody. That was a hell of a night. Sometimes combat is kind of like sloggy. I enjoyed that. It was very fun. You guys deal so much freaking damage. The opening wave of elementals, I expected to actually do something, and they just got blasted into the ground. Say lovey. It was fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. And I don't really have to do any other bits and bobs because my lovely wife and Maud has done all of my schedule informing in the chat. So look at that if you want to know any other times we're running games, which is pretty much all week. D&D all the time. It's great. It's lovely. As I've said last week, my branding is slowly rolling out. I'm still tweaking it in places, but for the most part, it's a thing. Gonna have a Twitter and a Facebook up and running soon as well. Under the same name, Dire Consequence. So if you go look there early, you'll find the ugly, super ugly prototypes with nothing done to them yet. But if you want to throw a like or a follow, that. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time. And until I get a slogan, when you can do nothing else, make good choices. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah.